Yeah. What is good, Sixer Nation? Welcome on in to another edition of Philly Take with RB. Sunday evening hoops. As we currently sit here with 7 more games to go after tonight. Can the Sixers do the impossible and lose their way to a top 6 draft pick? Might be the most impressive basketball that we've seen this season. The 76ers trying to get it done again tonight after a masterful performance last night. Because, ladies and gentlemen, they finally sit above the Brooklyn Nets or below, depending on how you look at it. Every game matters. Could they actually lose out? Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, a lot to break down here on this show tonight. Second of a back-to-back. Sunday evening, strap in, lock in. We got some good hoops incoming, man. Let's freaking go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As the 76ers are on their tank commander stuff tonight. They're in the tankathon mode. And we got a lot to talk about, man. So welcome on into the Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Officially welcome into Philly Take with RB. The Sixers Game Day live show. We do this every single game. Okay, everybody's given up. Everybody has moved on from this season, but we're still here. We are locked in for the final 8 basketball games, including tonight. And this is the number 1 Sixers Game Day live show all season long, where we give you pregame, live game, and postgame coverage, our staple play-by-play, and reactions and our analysis as it all goes down. We chop it up, we read out your comments, and after the game, if you stick around for the postgame show, we'll take your phone calls. Tonight we have the 23-51 Philadelphia 76ers up against the 27-47 Toronto Raptors in an epic tankathon. All right, both of these teams right in the mix, trying to lose this game. It's going to come down to a couple interesting things. But ladies and gentlemen, do me a favor, all right? If you're in here in the chat, hit that like button. Happy Sunday. Happy second of a back-to-back. We're here pumping out the content. Hit that like button for your boy. Help us push this show around the YouTube algorithm. Hit that red subscribe button if you want to become a part of the family and join in on the live chat. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the boy for this constant grind of sitting through suffering basketball games, hit the join button or become a channel member by clicking the link down in the live chat. Lastly, be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Philly Take with RB. Follow me on my Twitter at RB Philly Take. That's where we talk about the Sixers, the Eagles, and a whole bunch more. And right now, some March Madness. Boy, we have some March Madness to talk about today. I've been watching every game. Lots of stuff to talk about. All right, man. Special shouts to the members. Thank y'all for being here. Appreciate everybody staying locked in and loaded with us. All right, man. Drop those emojis in the chat. We'll shout out our members. You guys get your comments highlighted, priority. You get custom emojis, loyalty badges, exclusive perks, and a whole bunch more. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Let's kick this baby off with pregame live. Jesse in the chat. What's up, Jesse? Says, I'm back. What's up, Jesse? Busy B in the house. What up, Busy B? Dropping the tanks. Dom Boyle in the house. What's up, Dom? Dropping the emojis. Asia Roberson, longtime channel member. What's up, Asia? Thanks for being here. We got Kevin Miller, channel member, dropping the fire emojis. So that's why I love you guys, man, because even with how bad this season has been, and last night, the Sixers were officially eliminated from the NBA playoffs, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. But we are in full tankathon mode, and the eyes are on the prize. All right? So that's where we're at. And as you know, our pregame shows have become more of a tankathon. And if we look at the current tankathon odds, right, 8 games remaining, the Raptors have won 3 in a row. The Sixers have lost 7. And right now, the 76ers sit a half game up on the Brooklyn Nets thanks to the Wizards losing last night. Shout out to Drew Timmy. And also, people are bringing up this clip from a couple months ago when Nicholas Claxton, right? It was an all-time low this season where Nick Claxton hits a game winner against the 76ers. All right, I forget what day it was. I think it was late January. Sixers playing the Nets. Actually, it might have been before the All-Star break. I'm not sure. But Nicholas Claxton hit a buzzer beater against the Sixers, which right now is why the Sixers are a half game up on the Brooklyn Nets, and it can be one whole game tonight if the Sixers lose. So is Nicholas Claxton turning into the new Mike Muscala? If the Sixers keep their draft pick and they get a good player, Nick Claxton might be the new Mike Muscala. If you know, you know. With that being said, man, the Raptors are falling behind. They are currently 4 games behind the 76ers, and they are 3.5 behind the Brooklyn Nets. So the Raptors here with 8 games to go are pretty much most likely going to be wrapped into the 7th seed. But, and when I say 7th seed, I mean the 7th worst tankathon odds, or best tankathon odds, worst record. But a win for the Sixers and a loss for the Raptors tonight would go a long way for the Raptors still trying to move up. So the Raptors are going to do everything that they can to lose this game tonight. And in our edition of Who the Heck is Playing for the Sixers tonight, I'm excited to announce that Quentin Grimes is out with rest tonight. So Quentin Grimes is out with rest. Gershon Yabusele is also out. And Jalen Hood-Schifino and Alex Reese will be back in the lineup tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a 2A status update. Per Adam Aronson on Twitter, Jalen Hood-Schifino and Alex Reese are in. Jeff Doughton is out tonight. The Sixers are trying to manage their 10-day contracts. Remaining days for each guy after tonight's game ends. Doughton will have 2 games of eligibility left. Alex Reese will have 4. And Jalen Hood-Schifino will have 5. So, ladies and gentlemen, when I talk about management and trying to manage these guys' games, the Sixers are doing everything they can. And guess what? Once these guys don't have any eligibility left, they're going to bring up some G Leaguers. Because the Sixers are not trying to win any games for the rest of the season. I can't make that more clear. The Sixers are not going to win a game. Well, at least we hope they're not. Nobody is out tanking the Sixers right now. Nobody is out tanking the 76ers right now. They are figuring it out. Now, I'm not going to go through the injury report. Just know that for the starting lineups tonight, the Sixers will be rolling out Justin Edwards, Ricky Council, Lonnie Walker, Jared Butler, and Adem Bona. And for the Toronto Raptors, they are sitting Emmanuel Quickley with rest. I think he sits like every game now with rest. So the Raptors are trying to tank. They're just not as good at it as the Sixers are. And for the Toronto Raptors, let's see who they have out tonight. Because honestly, who knows? Who knows? I mean, every guy is pretty much out. Have the Raptors announced who's out yet? Let's see. Let's see. I don't even see an injury report for the Raptors, so gotta love it. Let's see. Yeah, so Emmanuel Quickley will be out tonight with rest, even though he's a healthy 25-year-old player. Who else is out for the Raptors? Let's see. Why is there no injury report, man? See, the Raptors are they're doing fishy business here, man. What's going on? All right, here's the Raptors injury report. Ulrich Chomche out with a right knee MCL tear. Grady Dick out with a knee bone bruise. Brandon Ingram isn't playing the rest of the season. He's been out. Jakob Poeltl is out with rest, and Emmanuel Quickley is out with rest as well. So the Raptors are going to be playing RJ Barrett tonight, I believe. Emmanuel Quickley and Jakob Poeltl will be out. But, yeah, the Sixers are tanking even harder. Everybody's out for the Sixers. Yabu's out. Grimes is out, all with rest. They can't tank like us. Can't tank like us. Can't tank like us. Might have to make it a hit at this point. $2 super chat, Philly for life. What's up, bro? Thanks for being a member. Thanks for the super chat. He says, what up, RB? Pray all is well. The tank is working. It is, man. It is working to perfection. Ladies and gentlemen, if you think the Sixers are going to successfully work this tank, I need y'all to do me a favor and hit that like button right now, man. We got 65 in the house already. Happy Sunday evening. Appreciate y'all being here. All right. So now that we got that disaster of an injury thing out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, drop your final score prediction in the chat. Sixers and Raptors tonight. It'll be the last time that these teams match up this season. Whoa, what did I just do? All right, there we go. Yeah, it'll be the last time these teams match up this season. The heck? Hopefully you guys can hear me. I don't know what just happened. Technology is technologying today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. But anyway, drop your final score prediction in the comments right now. Ladies and gentlemen, final score prediction tonight, Sixers and the Raptors. Like I said, the Raptors have the easiest remaining schedule, but this will be the last time that these teams match up this season. Sixers lost to the Raptors in the second game of the season when they had 6 G Leaguers on the floor. I'll never forget that game. And then they lost to them on February 11th. That was right after the trade deadline. Embiid did play in that game. He looked terrible. And then they lost to them a couple weeks ago. So the Sixers are likely going to get swept by the Toronto Raptors, and that's what we want right now. This game will essentially put the Raptors out of the race. So what is your final score prediction? I'm going to say Raptors win it by a lot. I'm going to say it's 124 to 104. 124 to 104. Raptors get a 20-point W. I'm going to read out some of your guys' predictions. I need everybody to hit the like button. Too many heads in here not to hit the thumbs up. Let's get it to 100 likes. And I need one more favor from you guys, man. I need y'all to drop spin that wheel. You drop spin that wheel. I'm going to drop that beat. Let's rock out, man. Let's go. Drop the beat. Let's see, man. Philly for Life says 112, 102 Raptors. Card Guy says 119-32 Raptors. Busy B 123, 111 Raptors. Dom 119, 114 Raptors. Jamie 121 to 100 Raptors. Ryan Rowe 127, 109 Raptors. BLSG 112, 101 Raptors. Let's go. It's a Raptors marathon. Yeah. Let's go, man. Let's go. BLSG 112, 101 Raps. Sixers 101 Raps 117. Kevin 110, 90 Raps. Big Rud says 110, 107 Philly. Chill, Big Rud. Don't be an op, man. Don't be an op. We're on tankathon mode, man. Philly for Life, $2 super chat. Thank you so much. RB, at this point, can we lose our top 6 pick? Yes, we can. And Philly for Life, thank you for reminding me. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I know that the content is not flowing through the algorithm right now, man. The content is not flowing through the algo, which is why I need you guys to hit the like button. But for the people that have the noties on, for the people that watch the videos, I dropped a video yesterday that details exactly how the Sixers can keep their top 6 pick. I am going to drop that link in the chat. Guys, save it. Watch it, add it to your to-do list. Use it as a guide. Use it as a guide. You can use it anytime up until the draft lottery. I broke down every percentage odd of how the Sixers can keep their top 6 pick and how they can lose their top 6 pick. And what I will say, because I don't want to go through every scenario right now, but what I will say is that finishing at the 5th overall worst record will give them a monumental leap over finishing at the 6th worst record. So the Sixers now control their own destiny with 8 games to go. They are currently leading on the Brooklyn Nets. Sixers have to lose out. If they do that, they will have a 64% chance of keeping their draft pick. If the 76ers are to lose out right now, starting today, they will have a 63.9% chance of keeping their draft pick. So that's where we're at, ladies and gentlemen. Go check out the video breakdown. Check out the full breakdown if you want to know all of the different possibilities and scenarios. Thank you for bringing that up, Philly for life. All right, man, I need y'all to drop spin the wheel. Drop spin the wheel in the chat. It is time to spin the wheel. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hit the horn. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 7-11. Kind of like the convenience store. We're 7-11. We won yesterday. Let's see what we do today. Let's see what we do today. Give us a top 6 pick, baby. Come on. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we got number 6. Hey, we're keeping it. That's 2 in a row, baby. 2 W's in a row. 2 W's in a row. We're now 8-11 on spin the wheel. 76ers would keep their pick if this happens. They got to let me spin this wheel or, you know, do the ping pong balls. They got to let me do it because I'm out here. I'm eating right now. Let's go. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into the show. It's Sixers Game Day Live, presented by National University. I'm going to reset these odds here so we can see it. In case you guys were not here in the stream last night, Sixers lost to the Miami Heat. The Sixers currently hold the 5th spot by half of a game. See this? 7.5, 8. If the Sixers lose tonight, they will be 1 game up on the Brooklyn Nets with 7 remaining games. Now, again, if you want to know all of the tankathon odds, the percentage chance of keeping their pick and more, go check out the video that we linked in the YouTube chat. I broke down every possibility. If you guys have watched that video already, give me a fire emoji in the chat. As of right now, the Sixers have a 10.5% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. As you can see right here, they have a 10.5% chance of getting a number 1 pick and a 42% chance of getting a top 4. And you know what really grinds my gears, man? Like I put this information out there. I put it on Twitter today, and some Debbie Downer, he's like, yo, you know, give it up, bro. They're not getting the number 1 pick. They have 0% chance. And I'm like, all right, buddy. Well, matter of fact, the worst teams in the league right now, the Jazz, the Wizards, and the Hornets, they have a 14% chance of getting the number 1 pick. The 76ers have a 10.5% chance of getting a number 1 pick. So if we do the math, what is it? 3.5%. The Sixers only have a 3.5% worse chance of getting the top pick than the Jazz, the Wizards, and the Hornets. So don't tell me that they have no chance. Don't tell me they have 0% chance. They have a chance, and we are going to capture the flag, baby. Did you guys see Cooper Flag last night? Oh my gosh, the IQ, the discipline, the facilitating, the shot making, the defense, rebounding. The guy does everything. Crazy, man. Philly for Life says, did watch it. Gave me a headache, though, RB. Was a great vid, though. Hey, man, look, the point of the video was to make it more simplified. So hopefully I didn't confuse you guys on that video. I tried to break it down as easy as possible. Rather, I mean, if you want to look at this chart, you guys can look at this chart. You guys can look at this chart and try to figure it out. I broke it down. I tried to make it as easy as possible. Here's what you need to know. If the Sixers get the 5th overall slot, they have a 64% chance of keeping their pick and a 42% chance of getting in the top 4. And if they don't, then there's other possibilities and scenarios. And if they tie with the Brooklyn Nets, it comes down to an even more complicated scenario. So, once again, check out the video. Hopefully, it doesn't confuse you that much. But, ladies and gentlemen, full tankathon going on tonight. I'm ready to rock. Let's go, man. Let's go. Let's get it rocking and rolling, man. We got 100+ people in the chat. We have 40 likes. Come on now. Come on now. Get us up to that big 100. Get us up to that big 100, man. Let's go. Let's go. By the way, can you guys hear me in the chat? Drop a 1 if you can hear me clearly. I'm just trying to make sure our technology is on point here because the last couple days we've been had a couple issues here and there. So I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear me well. Make sure the stream is good. Even if it gets a little choppy, trying to work on some of the technical stuff. So we're all good, man. Shouts to the members, man. Really appreciate you guys. Let's get this up to 300 likes. Hold on. Let me go ahead and drop a poll in here. We haven't hit 300 likes in like 5 games. It's getting down bad at this point. But hey, we're in full tankathon mode. Neighbors were pissed off last night, so we got to run it back tonight. $2 super chat, Philly for Life. Thank you, sir. He says, nah, you did good, homie. Video helped me understand a lot. All right, man. Appreciate it. That was the goal. Rather than reading an article or looking at a big chart. Tried to sum it up best for you guys. By the way, just a little summary here of what we can expect for the next few weeks, all right? We're going to do every single Sixers game leading up to the end. On the last game of the season, we're going to have a live stream celebration celebrating the end of this horrible season. We're going to drop videos talking about the draft. We're going to drop videos talking about what the Sixers need to do to fix themselves this offseason. A bunch more stuff. Once the season ends, we're going to do live streams, live streaming some of the other playoff series. I might drop a community poll asking you what series we should live stream, and then we'll move forward from there. Then we'll live stream the draft lottery on May 12th. I'm telling you guys, set a reminder on your phone. May 12th rolls around, we are streaming the draft lottery, and it's going to be a very, very nerve-wracking day. But we will be there. We will be there. All right, man. Nonetheless, let's see what we got cooking in the chat. We got the ones in here. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Nice gear, RB. Thank you, man. Yeah, go check out the merch. Go check out the merch. PhillyTakeWithRB.com. Use the code PhillyTake20. Some discounts on the merch, man. Shouts to the members. Get the Wake Up the Neighbors merch. Get the Philly Take merch. Let's go. Support the brand. Let's see. We got Banj in the chat. What's up, Banj? BLSG says, let's get a like spike going. Yeah. Where are we at now? 58? We can get it to 100. Before we jump into this game, I want to give a shout out to the game I was just watching. I don't know if any of you were watching Auburn and Michigan State. By the way, the tournament, in my opinion, has been good. People are saying that it's not fun because all of the number 1 seeds have made the Final Four. It's only the second time that has ever happened in tournament history. I don't understand why it's so bad that we're seeing the 4 1 seeds in the Final Four. We're seeing the best talented teams. You guys don't want to see the best talented teams? I like it. I really do. But nonetheless, the game that I was just watching, Auburn and Michigan State, this guy named Johnny Broome, he's, I believe, projected to be like a late first, second round pick. This guy had 22 points and 10 rebounds or 11 rebounds. and he goes up for a block. He comes down. He lands on his right leg, and his whole ankle twists and his knee twists. Then he tries to break his fall, and he sprains his wrist. Like, he puts his arm full flex out. And look, I know exactly what he did because I actually broke my arm before by doing that. And he puts his arm fully extended out. He sprains his wrist, right? So he's sitting on the ground for like 5 minutes. Then he walks off the court. He goes up and he hugs every teammate. And they showed him like talking, like they showed his lip readers, right? They're trying to see what he's saying. And he pretty much told his teammates, I'm done, you know? And that sucks because you don't want to see any major injuries. But anyway, he walks off the floor. His parents come down from the stands. He's hugging them, right? Game over. And 5 minutes later, the guy comes back out of the tunnel. He comes back in the game. And not only does he come back in the game, he inserts himself in. He grabs a rebound with one hand. And then he goes down the floor and hits a three-pointer. So I wanted to give a shout out to that guy because, damn, man, that was amazing. Here's your starting lineups. Lonnie Walker, Jared Butler, Ricky Council, Justin Edwards, Adem Bona. For the Raptors, Jacoby Walter, Jamal Shed, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Orlando Robinson. So it looks like the Raptors are not going full tankathon. They know that their time is up, and hopefully they plow the Sixers tonight. But anyway, man, wow, look at the empty stands at the Wells Fargo. I told this yesterday on the live stream, but a season ticket holder DM'd me and tried to give me free tickets to this game, and I said no. I'm not going to this game, man. Heck no. Heck no. But anyway, man, shout out to Johnny Broom. I'd watched a couple of the Auburn games, but that guy, that dude is tough as nails, man. I'm going to look a little more into him, but if he is available, let's just say like second round, yeah, I might want that guy on this team. That dude showed some dog, man. To come back in the game, grab a rebound with one arm, and then shoot a three. Now, I don't know if he's going to play next game. I hope he does. You don't want to see a team in the Final Four and their best players out. But that was awesome to see, man. $2 Super Chat. Philly for Life says, would love to watch the Knicks get their ass busted. Yo, I think we're going to live stream the Knicks series, man. I think we're going to hate watch the Knicks. What do you guys think? Agree or disagree? Should we live stream the Knicks playoff games and hate watch them? But yeah, guys, I think he finished the game with like 25 points and 13 rebounds or 15 rebounds. What a guy. That was awesome. So shout out to him. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 64 likes, 126 people. I'm not reading the chat again until we get 100 likes. Got to make you guys work for it a little bit. I'm going to get the other scoreboards up and going, but we are off here in South Philly. Last matchup of the season. Sixers might get swept by the Raptors this year, but I'm not mad at it. Sixers need to lose this game tonight. They would be one game up on the Brooklyn Nets with 7 to go. We'll keep you covered all the way through the tankathon. Sixers win the tip-off. They're rocking the blue jerseys tonight. Jared Butler just threw it off of one of the Raptors, so it'll stay with Philly. Raptors rocking their red unis tonight. Emmanuel Quickley and Jakob Poeltl out with rest for Toronto. Sixers, everybody's out with the tankathon. Quentin Grimes is out with rest. Yabu's out with an injury. So here we go. The tankathon begins. Oh, behind the back. What a move. Edwards for 3. It's off the bank. And also, I want to give a shout out to the Sixers because they've actually been making these games fun for like a quarter and a half. The Sixers have gotten so good at tanking that they know how to play good for a quarter and a half and then literally stink up the joint. I mean, this team's getting really damn good at tanking. I'm not going to lie. We'll have Sixers trivia coming up at the end of the first quarter. Yesterday, we had a bonus question, which meant that you got 2 points for a correct answer. We have 8 more to go and very tight trivia race. So be sure to tap in for Sixers trivia, man, if you want a chance at winning. Still anybody's game with 8 games to go. 130 people in the chat. Get this up to 100 likes, man. Get us up to 100 likes. Here is Butler. He goes right in and scoops it in after the 2 made free throws for Toronto. I believe that was Jamal Shed. Actually, no, it was Jacoby Walter, who I did like in the first round this past year. Here's a miss by Toronto. You got to be careful with Toronto, though. They're going to pull their whole starting lineup in the second half, so Sixers got to be careful here. This game would essentially put the Raptors away out of trying to get the 5th spot as Lonnie Walker drives in and floats one in. Nice play by Lonnie. The Sixers lead it by 2. Here's a drive. That was, I believe that was Walter, and he missed it. Actually, no, that was it? No, that was Jamal Shed. Here's Ricky Counts of the pump fake. He drives, steps back. Ricky working one-on-one. Ricky going to dribble, step back. Ricky, one bouncer. Lonnie again goes up and banks it in. Lonnie, you got to chill, man. Lonnie, you got to chill. Here's a 3-ball from R.J. Barrett. That one bounces straight up off the back rim and in. If you guys have questions for me about anything, drop them in the chat. We'll get back to them once we hit 100 likes. Here's Bona going to hand it off, and then he lost it. What a silly loss by Dem Bona. Here come the Raptors. Walter up top. Here's a 3-ball from Shed. That one's off the mark. Jamal Shed, formerly of the Houston team, who now has punched their ticket to the Final Four. They were my pick to win it all. They were putting on a masterclass defensively. Barrett tried to float one up for an and one, just rimmed out, but Barrett to the line for 2. I don't know if you guys watched the Houston game earlier today, but holy smokes, that might have been some of the best defense I've ever seen at the college level. And the crazy part is Houston doesn't even have any top 30 NBA draft prospects, but they have a defense like no other. I've never seen a college team play defense like that. It is unbelievable. Busy B says Pistons move up in the standings. Knicks might as well play someone else. They might. RB on another back-to-back. What's up, Clint? What's up, man? Barrett going to knock down the second. 6-6 is our score. Let's get this other scoreboard up and running. We do have another game on Tankathon Watch tonight. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's the dump down low. Bona going to slam it down over 2 Raptors. Here's the dribble, the drive. Orlando Robinson up and in with the left. Robinson had a really good game against Philly a couple weeks ago. Mods, keep doing your thing, man. Keep dropping those links. Encourage people to smash the like button. If you guys have been here all season long, thank you very much. And I appreciate your support. We've been doing this all season long. Every single game. Every single game we do this, man. We're going to continue this pregame, live game, postgame concept going into next year. It's going to be a lot better as well. I know we haven't been taking a lot of callers on the postgame show. That's just because a lot of our regular callers have kind of fizzed out, and I don't blame them. A lot of people aren't watching this at this point. They just kind of look at the box score and they see the result of the game. So for the people that are still in here rocking with me, I really do appreciate it. And I hope you guys know that. 135 people in the chat. We're at 70 likes. That means we need 60 more people in here to hit that thumbs up right now. I need y'all to spike the like button, man. That's the only way this content's going to keep getting out to new viewers. I need your guys' help. Sixers lead it by 2. Here's R.J. Barrett driving downhill. He's plucked by Council, but it's a foul. They're going to call the whistle. We have a Discord you guys can join. Hundreds of fans talking in there nonstop, giving you the updates. You can also call in the Discord. You can become a channel member. You can do everything, man. Support us. Barrett going to knock down the second. It is 10-9. Sixers lead it. Just over 3 minutes into this ball game. Here's Jared Butler. Tried to go behind the back. It was plucked away. You can tell Jamal Shedd's got that Houston personality. Like I was just talking about their defensive mindset. And, yeah, you could just tell Jamal Shedd is part of that. Here's Justin Edwards coming around a high screen. Edwards going to dribble, drive, kick back. Here's Ricky. Ricky going to pull up mid-range. It's short. Who knows what the future holds for Ricky Council and a lot of others on this team. Here's a 3-ball from Barrett. He steps right into one. It's 12-10. Raptors with a lead. Just about 4 minutes into this ball game, Butler going to drive, tried to hop step, lost control of it. Sixers know exactly what they're doing. Jamal Shedd going to draw a foul on Jared Butler. Let me give a couple shout-outs to our members in here. Don Boyle, I see you in here, man. Busy B, appreciate you. Riaz, we got Banj, a man called David. Will we have to tank next season? I hope not, brother. Hope not, man. Otherwise, we might as well become Boston Take with RB. No, I'm just kidding, man. The day I do that, man, just delete the channel. Just delete the channel. Barnes going to turn, fade. Missed it. Raptors get it back. Robinson hooks it against a Dembona. Yo, you can even see a Dembona not even trying to block shots. This guy can jump out of the gym, and he doesn't even want to jump right now. Homer says you made the end of the season watchable, bro. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Edwards floats it up and in. Believe it or not, to begin this season, man, we had a lot of juices flowing in this chat, but I get it, man. This team's been bad. I hope we don't have to tank again. As Barrett goes right in for another one. Yo, if we have to tank again, I might make another NBA channel talking about NBA hot topics because I can't watch this for... I mean, I can watch this for another year, and I will, obviously, but I don't know if I can see them tank like this for 82 games. Like, I'm still going to live stream the games, but we got to have something to look forward to, man. Here's RJ Barrett going to pop up a 3. That one's off the mark. That's what I'm saying, though, man. If you guys haven't checked out my Eagles channel, definitely do that. If you want to watch me talk about a competent team, like, the content's going to continue. That's why I always tell you guys to follow us on other platforms, too. You know, we're making content about other topics as well. I'm on Bleacher Report twice a week, so the content doesn't just stop on this channel. One thing I've learned as a content creator is that you cannot put all your eggs in one basket. You absolutely cannot because of situations like this. Like if I was a Wizards content creator, man, I wouldn't be a Wizards content creator. You know what I'm saying? I would be an NBA content creator. Like the Wizards have been bad for like 10 years. They know they're going to be bad. That's the worst. And I haven't had to deal with that yet, like coming into a season knowing that it's a tanking year, but that's got to be brutal. All right, man, let's see where we're at. We got 83 likes, 140 in the chat. We should have 100 right now. We should have had it 2 minutes ago. We should have it in 2 seconds. We should have it in 2 seconds. Busy B says, do you know what our draft capital looks like for the next 3 years? Yeah, I do. I'll pull it up so I don't read any incorrect info. But I think I said this on a video a couple weeks ago. The big years for the 76ers are 2028 and 2029. Because realistically, let's say that they try to run this thing back. Well, that's when the Paul George contract is off the books, and that's the last year of the Embiid contract, right? And they have 2 first-round picks in 2028, and they have a ton of draft capital in 28 and 29. The next couple years don't look so hot, Busy B. I know off the top of my head this year, obviously their pick has been traded to OKC. So if the Sixers end up keeping their pick, great, but then OKC will get their pick next year. And then in 2027, the Sixers don't have any first-round picks because they were all traded to the Brooklyn Nets in the James Harden trade. So 2026 next year, they have a first-round pick and they have some seconds. If you remember at this trade deadline, they traded Reggie Jackson to the Wizards. The Sixers currently had a second first-round pick, but it probably would have been like the last pick of the first round. So they traded that to the Wizards, and they got a group of second-round picks. So the Sixers got a group of second-round picks for next year. They currently have a first-round pick, but if their pick is kept this season, they will not have their pick next year. Well, it'll be top 4 protected, I think. So, you know, if they were in the top 4 next year, they would keep it again. Then the pick would convey again, and so forth. So, pretty much to sum up, the Sixers currently, right now, have 1 second-round pick this year. Technically, they don't have a first-round pick yet. Hopefully, they can keep it by getting in the top 6. If they do that, then their first-round pick next year will go to OKC, but it'll be top 4 protected. And in 2027, they do not have a first-round pick because, and a couple seconds because they were all traded to the Brooklyn Nets in the James Harden trade. Hence, why I keep stressing to you guys and girls that they have to get this first-round pick. They don't have anything in 27. They have a first-round pick next year. But either way, you're giving up your pick this year or next year. Now in 2028, 2029, everything clears up magically. You get the Paul George contract off the books. Joel Embiid's contract is getting near the tail end. And you have a bunch of first-round picks. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? In 2028, the Sixers have not only their first-round pick, they have an unprotected Clippers first-round pick. So ladies and gentlemen, if the Clippers fall off a cliff in 2028, let's say in the 2027-28 season, the Clippers are the worst team in the league. Guess what? Sixers are going to have a chance at the number 1 pick plus their own pick. So we need to be rooting for the Clippers' downfall in about 3 seasons, okay? Keep that in mind. But anyway, this draft class is filled with a bunch of studs. Sixers need to get a top draft pick right now because there is not much room for improvement based on the current structure of their salary. And if we want to be honest, if we look at every team around the league this offseason, there's only one team that's going to have massive cap space, and that's the Brooklyn Nets. We're going to see a lot of trades this offseason. So maybe the Sixers can get off the PG contract, but they might have to attach one of their future draft picks. It's going to be messy, man. Let's just try to get this top 6 pick and still get an impact player, and we'll see what happens. Raptors going to knock down a 3. And the Raptors are now up by 9. By the way, we still have no update on Joel Embiid. No update on Joel Embiid, who's been out for a month and a week. So, here's Lonnie Walker going to swing at the Ricky Council. Council, a 3-ball. He answers. Busy B says, great info, thanks. Hey, no problem. I got you. Sorry, I'm trying to look up who the hell just hit that shot for the Raptors because even they're bringing in guys. I got to look at the box score here. That was Jonathan Mogbo. Jonathan Mogbo's in the game. The guy that hit the 3 was Akchai Akbaji, who I really liked a couple years ago out of Kansas. I forgot he was on the Raptors. I guess his minutes have dwindled, but Sixers get a bucket down the other end. Jalen Hood-Schifino is in for the first time, and so is Marcus Bagley. RJ Barrett dumps it down low, and Mogbo going to slam it down in the face of Adem Bona. Yo, can this finally be the year that we see the guy from the Blue Coats get up to the NBA? Here's Lonnie for 3. Again, it's short. Bagley trying to get the board. It's out of bounds, going the other way. Like I was saying earlier, the Sixers' 10-day contracts only have a couple games of eligibility left. And the Sixers currently have 8 games left. And Jalen Hood-Schifino, and who's the other one I said? Marcus Bagley. These guys don't have enough games left. Hold on, I was just looking at it. Let me make sure I give you guys correct info. Here's the dribble and the drive. And the ball goes over the backboard. They're not going to call a foul. Jacoby Walter 1-1. He didn't get it. Yeah, so Jeff Doughton Jr. only has 2 games remaining out of the 8 for eligibility. Reese has 4 and Hood-Schifino has 5. Speaking of which, Alex Reese is now in the ball game. And the NBA can obviously see what the Sixers are trying to do now, right? I mean, it's not hard to see. I mean, they're sitting guys on certain games just so they can manage their eligibility. Here's a 3-ball on the other end. That one is no good. And I believe that was Cole Swider out of Syracuse. Cole Swider in for the first time. Lonnie going to dribble drive wide open to the basket. Cole Swider, I think he was undrafted, right? Out of, he played for Villanova. That's what I thought. I remember him in Nova. He played for Nova, then he transferred to Syracuse for his last year. And he was undrafted in 2022. So, Raptors are bringing these guys up. But anyway, can this finally be the year that we see Marcus Brownridge? Yeah, we got 180 people in the chat. We have 86 likes. Are we kidding me right now? Come on now. Y'all don't want to wake up the neighbors, do you? Y'all don't want to wake up the neighbors, do you, man? It's all good. It's all good, man. Y'all are slacking in the chat right now. Let's go. Get this chat popping. What's this guy's name on the Blue Coats roster? Isn't his name Marcus Brownridge? We got to see this guy come up to the league, man. Oh, Jared Brownridge. My bad. Jared Brownridge. This guy's like a G League legend. Jared Brownridge is 30 years old. He has been with the Delaware Blue Coats since 2018. He was with them before they were the Blue Coats, the 87ers. Holy smokes, this guy's a legend. This guy's been with the Blue Coats for 7 years. Yeah, we got to bring this guy up to the NBA. We got to bring this guy up to the NBA, man. Justice for Jared Brownridge, man. Get him up to the NBA. I want to see this guy in an NBA game. Like the show and subscribe to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it to 100 likes so we can wake up the neighbors. Looks like we got a fight going on. Pistons and T-Wolves. Is it Isaiah Stewart? Of course it is. Dude, Isaiah Stewart loves to be in the middle of fights. Nice bucket there by Jonathan Mogbo. Floats one in off the bank. Banj, what's going on, man? Busy says we need to call up Sixers legend Mac McClung to put on the jersey. I don't know what team he's on. I think he had a broken hand, though, last time I saw. He just keeps winning dunk contests, though. Shout out to Mac. Shout out to Mac, man. I love that guy. Lonnie threads through 2 defenders. He lost it. Raptors chasing it down. Sixers get it back. No look pass. Lonnie and Ricky was fouled on the floor. Actually, no, I think it was a shot clock violation. All right, who's going to be number 100, man? We're at 94 likes. Who's it going to be? Is that Dante DiVincenzo? Dang. DiVincenzo got in the mix for his boy. Him and Ron Holland were fighting. Dang, the cameraman got jumped on. Oh, snap. Hold on, I got to look at this again. Here's a 3-ball from Jamison Battle. That one's off the mark. This guy, Jamison Battle, doesn't even seem like a real player. Looks like an AI player. Here's Ricky Council, contested triple. That one rims out. We got Chris Castleton and Jamison Battle in the game. There's Jalen Hood-Schifino. He's going to dribble, drive, float up, mid-range. Got it, and did they count it? They did, and one. Yes, sir. And one. And one, man. Dude, I swear the Raptors have bots on their team. Here comes Philip Wheeler for the Sixers. Hold on, let's see this fight again. Let's see this fight. We need 3 more likes. Who's going to get us to 100? .218 to go here in quarter number 1. My man just threw the ball to absolutely nobody. Jonathan Mogbo just hit the Sixers assistant coaches right in the chest. Hood-Schifino drives the lane. Got his pass batted away, picks it back up. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to find Philip Wheeler. Wheeler drives, and he's blocked and fouled at the same time. 160 people in the chat. We still need 2 more likes. Let's go, Shadow Watchers. You guys got to step it up. You got to step it up. First one good for Philip Wheeler. Who's going to be like number 100? Free throws are good for my guy, Philip. $150 to go here in quarter number 1. Mogbo at the top. He's guarded by Alex Reese. The dribble, the drive. Scotty Barnes gets it to fall. Scotty Barnes goes right through the teeth of the defense. Here's Philip Wheeler, going to dribble, drive, float it up, and he missed it. Too much sauce on that one. Here come the Raptors. Barnes down the way. Agbaji, Battle, Cole Swider for 3, and hits. Dom said we got 100 likes. Do we have 100? We finally got it. Let's go. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Another steal by the Raptors off the Hood-Schifino pass. 4-on-1. The Raptors just traveled. My guy traveled. Akbaji. That's a Shaq in a full moment. Drop the yes sirs in the chat. Let's go. Let's go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Yeah, they were pissed off last night, man. We got to wake them up again. Here's Ricky Council. Going to dribble. Step back. Ricky for 3. No good on the trifecta. He tracks down his own board and gets it and throws it down and screams to the crowd. Ricky Council with the putback. Here are the Raptors. 30 seconds to play here in quarter number 1. Here he is again. The dribble, the drive, and Scotty Barnes gets it to go. He's still crying about a foul. You already got the bucket, man. Relax. Ten seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Then we got Sixers trivia coming up. Here's Hood-Schifino. He steps back over 2 defenders. What a shot by Jalen Hood-Schifino. Battle at the buzzer. No good. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an epic battle here in South Philly. It's 32-31. Welcome on into the Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and get those keyboards ready. It's time for trivia. If you get it right, you're going to hear this sound. It's not about who gets it right first. It's about who gets it right. Comments it in the chat correctly first. Only your first guess will count. So get those keyboards ready before I give you guys this question. I got to let you know this one's brought to you by National University. Ladies and gentlemen, National University is a nonprofit accredited university offering flexible online schooling. They have a 50-plus year history of innovative learning and support models for working and other non-traditional students with on-ground, online, hybrid, metaverse, 4 and 8 week classes, group and individual models, and more. They have the most comprehensive degree program offerings in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students. And they will give you the support that you need to balance your life through their mentoring network, which offers help for students and alumni, offering career guidance, professional development opportunities, and customized career support. 50% of their undergrad students are active duty military, veteran, and dependents. So go check out National University, man. They awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last school year, and they are opening more as we speak. Click the link down in the live chat or the description. Get more info today. Shout out to National University. All right, man. Let's see who our Sixer scholar is going to be tonight. We have a very tight race ongoing. And this question tonight is for a very special person, okay? The question is, who has the most turnovers per 100 possessions in Sixers franchise history? Don't look it up. Give me a guess. We're putting 40 seconds on the clock. No time to look it up, man. Who has the most turnovers per 100 possessions in Sixers franchise history? Obviously, the per 100 stat, if you're not familiar with that, it's used for a lot of different statistics. It's a good measure of how efficient guys are, or inefficient in this case. I want you guys to think hard about this question, but I want you to give me a quick answer. I want you guys to think about this question, man. Think about a time when the Sixers were down bad. I'm giving you guys 25 more seconds to put an answer in. Most turnovers per 100 possessions in Sixers franchise history. Scotty Barnes going to fade away, can't get it to fall. Alex Reese going to put up a triple. That one is off. You guys got about 10 more seconds. Then we're going to stop it, and then once we get a stoppage in play, we're going to announce the answer. Jalen Hood-Schifino going to hand it off. Here's Justin Edwards. He dribbles, steps over, drives, floats it up, missed it, gets his own board, and puts it in. Raptors are doing their best impression of let's try to lose. Here's the dribble, the drive. Akbaji lays it up and in. Raptors lead by 1. All right, I'm not accepting any more answers, so we will check the answers in a minute. Here's a 3-ball from Edwards. That one jiggles in and out. Raptors the board. Here they come, flying up the floor all the way. Akbaji's blocked by Philip Wheeler. All right, let's see the chat. Let's see who got it right. Did anybody get it right? We do have a correct answer in the chat. We do have a correct answer. Let me make sure that that nobody else got it first, though. As the Sixers steal the inbound, and here they come down the floor. Three ball. Wheeler, no good. A lot of good guesses in the chat, man, I will say. A lot of good guesses in here. This is a hard question. If you don't, I mean, like I said, you got to really think about who is an inefficient player for the 76ers. All right, we have our winner. We'll announce it in a second. Here's Alex Reese, stops, kicks it over to Marcus Bagley. 7 on the shot clock. Bagley, crossover, pull up, 3 ball, off the mark. Here's Scotty Barnes. Barnes not really living up to the potential that he had when he was drafted. That one goes out of bounds, staying with Toronto. Ladies and gentlemen, the 76er in franchise history that has the highest turnover per 100 possessions with 6.0. Woo, that's a crazy number. 6 turnovers per 100 is the famous process sixer, Tony Wroten. And the correct answer goes to Martin Ostapowicz. Martin, congratulations, man. Shout out to the process sixer himself, Tony Wroten. 6 turnovers per 100 is crazy. That means every 100 times he touched the ball, 6 turnovers. Ladies and gentlemen, give my guy Martin some love in the chat. I'm going to add his name to the leaderboard, and then we're going to read out the updated scorecard as we now have 7 games to go. But we're going to have a couple more bonus questions. I'm not going to tell you which games they're going to be on. But we will have a couple more bonus questions. Anyway, Martin, congratulations, man. You did you look it up, Martin, or did you know that? Or did you guess? But yeah, I mean, you got to go to a process sixer, man, because boy, were they bad. I didn't know they were that bad, but they were bad. They were bad. Let's see if Martin has gotten any other questions this season, or is that his first win? Here's a 3 ball from Jamison Battle. That one's missed. Barrett fouled on the subsequent opportunity. Let's see. Is that Martin's first win of the season? That is Martin's first win of the season. Martin, congrats, man. That's your first W. So you got 1 on the leaderboard, man. Congrats, Martin. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, we will be giving out a prize to whoever wins. Whoever has the most at the end of the season. Here's our updated leaderboard. Still at the top with 6 total points is Philly Sports Dylan. We have Lou World with 5, Ego with 5, Busy Bee with 4, Dom Boyle with 4. We have Kyle Lehman with 3, Jamie Slack with 3. And that's where we're at, man. We got a lot of 1s and 2s, but we have a dogfight of a race here. We're keeping our eyes on the Tankathon, and we're keeping our eyes on the trivia race here. Bona, nice slam down. Nice dish from Lonnie. 38-35. Sixers are doing a good job here of making this interesting at first, as they usually do. Here's RJ Barrett around his screen, floats one up. That one's off the rim, and he taps it in himself. It is pretty funny how the Sixers don't even try to rebound. They're just like, whatever. They just do whatever they want. Here's the floater from Edwards. Can't get it to go. He's back in the game. So it's RJ Barrett, Cole Swider, Orlando Robinson, who cashes in a 3, Jamison Battle, and Ochai Akbaji for the Toronto Raptors. For the Sixers, it's Ricky Council, Lonnie Walker, Justin Edwards, Jared Butler, and Adem Bona. Not the lineup you thought you'd see here on March 30th. Bona going to try to lay one up. That one rolls right off the rim like butter. Here are the Raptors in the break. A 3, and Schwider gets it to go. Shout out to National University. Guys, 150 people in the chat. Do me a favor. Get this up to 200 likes. We do every single live stream, every single game, pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. We drop videos almost every day, and we bring it to you on every platform. Let's see. Dom says, I am slacking. Dom, you got to get back in it, man. Let's see. Sad day in Philly sports. Your football team got a ring twice before the Sixers got out of the second round. I mean, you look at that as sad. I look at it as, hey, I got to watch 2 Super Bowls, and I also have an Eagles channel that's booming right now because of the Super Bowl. So I'm not mad at it. I'm pretty happy with that. What was the first quarter score? It was 32-31 Raptors. 32-31 Raptors. Also for the trivia, Ego, who's a diehard channel member, him and Lou World, they had 5 a while ago. I guess they stopped tuning into the stream, so too bad for them. But hey, man, it's wide open. It's wide open. RB offseason, will Paul George return or get traded this summer? I don't know, man. It's going to be a very telltale summer for the Sixers. I just don't see a way that they can keep them moving forward, man. I don't see a way. I don't see a way that the Sixers can keep Paul George past this offseason. I don't see a way that the Sixers can keep Paul George past this season. But maybe they do. Maybe they try to run it back and they're like, oh, well, screw it. It is what it is. And yeah. And the stream is tripping. Gotta love it. Gotta love it, man. Why is the stream tripping? Hopefully you guys can hear me, man. But yeah, we got 200 people in the chat. Let's get it going. RB, you got me hoping for Johnny Broom in the second round. Yo, he's a dog. All I saw today was a man who wanted it. That guy was awesome. Shout out to Johnny Broom. He was incredible. He was absolutely incredible. Here's Jared Butler going behind the back. Butler guarded by Jamal Shed. Butler going to sidestep. Here's a 3-ball. That one is short. Here come the Toronto Raptors. Barrett going to hand it to Jamal Shed. Second round pick by the Raptors. Pretty good pick. Here's RJ Barrett. Barrett guarded by Justin Edwards. Barrett going to come around a screen. A double. He swings it out to the Oppo corner. 3-ball. Akbaji missed it. Rebounded by Bona. Here come the Sixers running up the floor. Ricky all the way. And he was fouled in transition. It's going to be on Ochai Akbaji. RB, will you be live during the lottery? Yes, I will. Was this channel booming when the Sixers were good? Yeah, it was. I mean, it's not like we lost all our views, but you know, it's definitely been worse at this point in the season when nobody cares about the Sixers. It's definitely been interesting. I mean, we used to have probably like, you know, 500,000 people in here most nights. But hey, man, we're going to keep the content going. That's why I need y'all to hit the like button. That helps push us through the algorithm. Tells YouTube that you guys enjoy this show. But we have a good community here that's going to tune in no matter what. This community is going to tap in no matter what. What happened to the dude that sounded like Hulk Hogan? Yo, shout out to my guy Wall Street Sniper, man. I think he gave up on the team. Ricky Council with a slamma-jamma. Holy smokes. Ricky put everything he had into that dunk. Wow. What a dunk by Ricky Council. It's an 8-point game. Orlando Robinson guarded by Adem Bona. Here is Jamal Shed. Shed going to dribble drive, float it up, and gets it to fall. TMB says, sorry for not being active in the chat. Just got on. What's up, TMB? Which old star are we getting in the offseason? CP3? I'm thinking Kevin Durant. I'm thinking Durant. But yo, shout out to the Wall Street Sniper, man. I don't know if he still watches the shows or not, but shout out to him. He was a great caller. We need more Wall Street snipers on the Discord calling in, if I'm being honest. Those are the types of calls that I appreciate. That guy just gave his full energy, full passion, every single call. But what I will say is that this is our first year of doing the pregame, postgame show as well, in addition to the live watch party. And it's been a very successful concept, even with how bad the team has been. We still have a lot of people tapping in on the daily, so really appreciate that. And hopefully this team is better next year. And hopefully we get more people tapping in as well. We're trying to grow this family. I'm trying to get to 100K subs, man. Can you guys help me get to 100K? I'm trying to get that YouTube plaque. That would be a pretty cool thing to have. We got a long way to go, though. How many do you need? What do I need? How many likes? It's not like an amount of likes that you need. It's just when people hit the like button, it tells the algorithm that you're enjoying the content, and then it recommends it to more people. But honestly, like I said, I think I'm going to do other playoff live streams. Actually, my most viewed live stream, let's go. What was it, like 3 years ago? It was either 2 or 3 years ago when the Heat played the Celtics in the conference finals. And I did game 7 of the playoff series. And that live stream has like 127,000 views. I think we had 8,000 people in the chat. It was nuts, man. That was by far our biggest stream ever. And yeah, it was a big playoff stream. So I think we're going to do more live streams in the playoffs. Usually our playoff shows go crazy, but unfortunately this year we won't be in the playoffs. So Michael M, $5 super chat. Thank you so much, man. What's up, Michael? Sometimes I still think about the caller that called Kelly Oubre Afro Thunder. Yo, that is a legendary caller, man. I don't know his name. I don't know where he called in from. I don't know what happened to that guy. But yo, when we do the free agency show this year and the draft streams and all that, we're going to open up the phone lines again. We are definitely opening up the phones again. And I hope that guy calls in. Shout out to Afro Thunder, man. Shout out to Afro Thunder. But yeah. Katie for the 6th pick and a package if we get that number. What do you guys think? You guys want Kevin Durant on this team? I just feel like it's going to go wrong. Edwards lays it up, and he overshot that one by a mile. Raptors lead by 10, 5:50 to go in the second. Barrett all the way down the hill, up and in. Yeah, I just feel like if Kevin Durant comes here, you know, obviously he's an amazing player, and I've always liked KD's game, but I feel like he'll get hurt in the first week of the season, and then he'll be out the whole year. Then he'll probably get hurt. Or if he comes back, he'll probably get hurt again, like PG. Like, how does Paul George get hurt 6 times in a season? It's unbelievable. Did you guys hear Nick Nurse's press conference last night? He literally said, I feel like the injury bug has never escaped us. That means you need to look at the damn medical staff, man. How can you have a coach saying that the injury bug will never escape us? Like, that is crazy. Hate watch the Knicks. Yeah, that's probably the move, man. All the playoff series aren't going to be that interesting till probably the second round conference finals. Lonnie tried to do a full circus 180, 360 shot and he missed it. Here come the Raptors again. Battle to Barrett. Barrett the 3. No good. Council picks up the board. Council up the floor and he's tripped. Council is tripped by Jonathan Mogbo. Council gets up in a like, yo, are you serious, bro? He was sitting there like, yo, are you serious right now? Dom says we had 8K in the chat. I low blowed us. Nah, it's all good, Dom. A lot of people don't remember that stream. It wasn't even a lot of Sixer fans in there. It was the most random live stream that just popped off. But we had a couple big playoff streams that year. You know, 50, 60, 70K. That was the biggest, though. That's the most viewed live stream on the channel. Who are we rooting for in the playoffs this year? That's a good question. What do you guys think? Who should we root for in the playoffs? Jared Butler floats one up. He missed it wide. Here come the Toronto Raptors on a run. Jacoby Walter all the way down the floor. Up high off the glass and in. Yo, the Sixers guys literally look like they're not trying. It feels like they've been told not to try. Here's the dribble, the drive. Council fouled again. Ricky going back to the charity stripe. Yo, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was thinking about this scenario earlier today, and it kind of freaked me out. What if the Thunder win the finals and then get the Sixers draft pick? Like, I was thinking about the Thunder. I'm like, fun, energetic team, whatever. But the Thunder literally did what the Sixers did, 10 times worse, never got punished for it. And if they win the finals in the same year and then get the Sixers draft pick, like, I might be sick to my stomach. I might actually be sick to my stomach. So I don't think I want the Thunder to win anymore. I don't know who I'm rooting for. I don't want the Celtics to win, but I feel like they're going to go back to the finals. Look, if the Thunder win the finals and the Sixers get the #1 overall pick, then cool. Thunder can win it all, for all I care. If we get the #1 overall pick. I just don't know if I can stomach them winning the finals and the Sixers get a 7th pick and then it goes to OKC. Lonnie Walker swings at Council to the corner. Jared Butler, a 3-ball. Cha-ching. Sixers doing just enough to stay in. Don Boyle gifting a Philly Take membership. Let's go! Here's Jacoby Walter. Yo, drop some MVPs in the chat for Don Boyle. Drop him some love. Here's RJ Barrett. He's going to drive, throw it up over the backboard. Wow, he almost hit it. That would have been crazy. Shout out to Dom, man. Especially my channel members. I want to see my members. Where's all our members at, man? Where's all our channel members at? Drop those MVPs in the chat. Here's RJ Barrett. He's going to cross over, drive, spin. Barrett goes up with the right hand and gets it to fall. 180 people in the chat, 132 likes. Get us to 180 likes right now. Hit that thumbs up. Dom, thank you for the love, man. I appreciate you more than you know. Lonnie, the deep 2, that is good. 9-point game here in South Philly. You know what I'm really liking about these Sixers games, too, is that they're not calling a ton of fouls. So these games are flowing. They're flowing well for once. Lonnie going to drive, go up and in right off the square. Lonnie Walker, have yourself a game, kid. Have yourself a game. Here's a 3-ball from Jacoby Walter. It comes up short. Lonnie again. Lonnie to a cutting Council. Right through the hands. Back to Toronto. Here we go. 2:18 to play in the first half. Barrett dumps it. Mogbo up and in. These guys are like literally showing up to the office and then going home. That's what's happening here. Here's the jumper from Lonnie. That one goes. Lonnie Walker's cooking right now. If you guys are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Help us get to 41 or 42.1K. Can we get that tonight? What do we need? 26 more? We need 26 more subscribers. Who's going to get us up to 42.1? Shed misses the floater. Rebounded by Philly. 1:33 to go here in the second quarter. Another crossover. The drive. Lonnie goes up. Oh, he couldn't finish that one, but boy, he is putting on the moves right now. Wide open 3 from Jacoby again, and he gets it to fall. Raptors up to 59 now. They lead it by 10. 1:10 to go here in the first half. Lonnie Walker working against Scotty Barnes. Here's Ricky. Ricky up to Alex Reese. Chucks up a deep 3. That's off by a lot. Raptors pick it up. They swing it up the floor. Barrett against Reese. Lays one in. It's a 12-point game. $12 points for Lonnie Walker. My guy just got called for a travel. Jared Butler called for a walk. Nick Nurse looks like he's about to fall asleep on the bench. Nick Nurse is checked out. What do you guys think, man? Let's be honest here for a second. You know what? I got a question for you guys. But first off, drop an OG in the chat if you've been here, man, all season long. If you've been rocking with your boy RB through the tough times, the good, the bad, everything in between, drop OG in the chat. I want to know who the diehards are, man. Drop OG in the chat. Shed gonna drive, dish it out to the wing. 3-ball, Walter, no good. 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. Sixers Game Day Live. We're breaking it all down. Here's Jalen Hood-Schifino trying to break down the defense. Here's Lonnie Walker. Steps back, crosses over, falls to the floor. Hood-Schifino to his left, puts it up. He's blocked. Raptors are waiting for the board. Bagley tried to scoop it in, and he couldn't. Oh, man. The possessions get worse and worse. Barrett, corner 3, Shed. Pops it up, can't get it to go. Did Jalen Hood-Schifino just tap in a rebound, or was that Jacoby Walter? I guess Hood-Schifino tried to box him out. I want to see that again. Oh, yeah, Hood-Schifino tried to tap the ball out, and Walter just overpowered him, put it right back in. So that'll take us to halftime. Hey, this game's flowing. How many fouls we got in this game? 12? 12 combined fouls. All right, man. I would ask you guys for one word, but tonight we're going to go a little bit of a different direction because I already know the words that you guys are going to give. So the question that I want to ask you guys is, realistically, do you think that the Sixers should bring back Nick Nurse next season? I want you to give me a yes or no, and I want you to give me a reasoning as to why you have that answer. I want to know why you think yes or no. Should the 76ers bring back Nick Nurse next season? Because I just saw the guy on the bench, and I've said this all season. The guy looks like he's going through it mentally. He just looks so pissed off, like, oh, I took this job. I'm here. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. He's got a couple years left on his deal. Should they bring him back? All right, man. Let's go to the chat. Give me your reasoning. Yes or no, should Nick Nurse be back next season? We're going to do that here tonight. Let me give some shout outs to the OGs. We got Cool J, Don Boyle, Fire Take Goat. He's got the goat emoji next to his name because he's a Fire Take Goat. He's been a member for a year or more. We got BLSG, Bishop, Clint, OG. What's up, Clint? Shazy, what's up, bro? Finally made it in before halftime. I'm not busy. What's good? Let's get this L. We got Martin OG in the chat. Busy B OG. Riaz OG. Sack OG. Don Boyle OG. AG OG. TMB new and loyal. Michael OG. Busy says, I miss watching Jared, Maxine, and Embiid hoop. I hear you. I hear you. We got Brad Ford OG. Sixer Sam OG. Lexi OG. Brandon not OG. I've been here since the Golden State win. What's up, Brandon? Thanks for being here, man. Riaz says, yes, we should bring back Nurse. Phil Jackson is not winning with this team, and neither is Pat Riley or Popovich. So he's saying that the injuries were pretty much out of his hand, and he couldn't do anything this year. We got Casey OG. Dom says no, and I don't have a legit answer why, but I haven't seen any good coaching from here all year. Karen says yes, unfair to penalize him. Daryl Morey, on the other hand, is culpable. Gene says yes, bring Nurse back. He is not the problem. The team was poorly built. Homa says yes, bring him back. I've said all season we were getting Lonnie Walker. TM says no, we're getting the Grizzlies' old coach. That's why they fired him. Yeah, I'm sure they fired him 9 games before the playoffs. They're like, oh, you know what? The Sixers are going to need a coach this offseason. So let's fire our coach. That's exactly why. Adam says no, he demonstrated he doesn't know how to utilize young players and can't establish a culture. Nelson says you already know I'm an OG. Guardian says Nurse needs a doc to back him up. Don Boyle, appreciate you being a member for 15 months. Yo, for all the channel members in the chat, man, just know I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you. He says member on and off for longer. Clint says no, Steve Nash is coming, doing a LeBron pod. What's up with this Steve Nash rumor? Where are you guys getting this Steve Nash rumor from? That's a hard question. I think he's not fully to blame. He made whack decisions. He's seen the young guys. He can definitely follow the younger path. Who should you replace Nurse with? Says Rob. Busy B says yes. In his defense, he had to deal with injuries and we never saw the big three happen. We didn't get to see how he coaches Jared one more year. If it doesn't work out, we let him go. A lot of good insight in the chat. Here's what I need y'all to do. I need y'all to hit the thumbs up button. I need y'all to subscribe to the channel. Get us to 42.1K. All right, it's a tough end of the season here, but we're going to keep going strong. And I need y'all to keep showing us love. Here's where I'm at on the Nick Nurse thing right now on March 30th. I think I'm at like, well, first it depends on what the Sixers do with Embiid, Paul George, but I think I'm like 65, 70% bring Nurse back, give him another year. And I'm at like 30 to 35% fire him and start off with a younger coach. And I think you guys made a lot of good, valid reasons, in the chat. I think you guys had a lot of good reasoning. Like the side for don't bring him back is he didn't play any young guys when he should have this year. He wasn't even playing McCain over Lowry, Bona, Council when he was hot, So he could have gotten more out of the guys that were on the floor early. And he does have, it seems like, older tendencies and philosophies as a coach, which is partly why they didn't like him at the end of the Raptors tenure. But similar to the end of the Raptors tenure, I would also argue that he didn't have the right help. And you put any coach in the league in Nick Nurse's situation this season, I mean, it's an absolute disaster, man. Like someone just said, he didn't even have a chance to coach Maxey, George, and Embiid together. And yes, he has his downfalls and his weaknesses, but no coach would have succeeded in this situation. I also think that the front office and the GM don't communicate with him well. And one thing that I think people should give Nick Nurse credit for this season is that he didn't really throw anybody under the bus. He didn't like go out there and be like, yeah, this is Embiid's fault or Morey's fault, whatever. Like every night they kept peltering him with the same question. And he's like, you know what? I don't have the information. I'm just here doing my job. We're going to try to do what's best and just keep working. He didn't just get to a point where he broke down. I mean, it looks like he's breaking down mentally, but I like the fact that he had his guys back. But Nick Nurse also, like if we go back to last year, I mean, this team fought hard as heck in the playoffs. And that was a year where Daryl Morey essentially punted the season away. Morey punted the season away, and Nurse still had these boys on the ropes in the playoffs with New York. Like, they were still playing as hard as they could with role players. So I still believe there's something there, but I do think that Nurse is going to have to change his tendencies, especially when we see what happens this year in the playoffs. Like with all these young guys showing up in the playoffs with these young teams, like if they continue to move forward and be successful this year, I think Nurse is going to have to really take a deep dive into how he can get more out of his roster. So that's where I'm at. Let's see. Busy B says, Mind the Game is coming back and LeBron replaced JJ with Nash. Well, I saw that, but how does that translate to Steve Nash being the Sixers coach? What am I missing? Do you want Sam Cassell? I don't think Sam Cassell would come back, if I'm being honest. I don't think he's going to get a head coach job, even though he probably should. There's honestly not going to be a lot of head coach vacancies this year. There's not going to be a lot of head coach vacancies. Let's see. Clint says, if you don't have the horses, you shouldn't go to the race. Nurse had no horses. Yeah, I agree with that. It's kind of impossible what they're asking him to do, you know? It's kind of impossible at this point. Jay-Z says, I say we give Nurse one more season with a solid roster and not injured players, and B was injured from the start. He was, and, you know, they didn't give us much all season long. So that was definitely frustrating. And, yeah, I agree with that. I agree 100%. 100%. I mean, the season lied to us. The season was lied to us from the beginning. Guys, we got 185 people in the chat. Do me a favor, like this stream. Get us up to 200. We're about halfway there. You guys have been crushing it tonight. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Sixers Game Day live show presented by National University. Check out National. Maury probably wants to replace Nurse with AI. AI coach. All right. All right. Why not? Why not? I think this all season is going to go one of two ways. I think either they're going to try to run it back and do absolutely nothing, or we're going to get a lot of monumental change. That's how I think this season's going to go, if I'm being honest with you. Just saying. Just saying. That's how I see this season going. But we'll see. Sam is having too much fun in Boston. He is. He is. He is. Let's just say let's just say RB has a source that has told RB that Sam Cassell wanted to stay in Philly, by the way. He wanted to stay here, and he was fired by Doc Rivers. So we can thank Doc Rivers for Sam Cassell not being here. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But let's just say I know that for a fact. It's really sad, too. Cassell would have been a good hire. Not that Nurse hasn't been, but, you know, Cassell's he's not that young, but I feel like if they do start over this offseason, you got to go with a younger philosophy. $2 super chat from Riaz. Thank you so much, sir. Riaz, $2 super chat says, do you want the medical staff back? Iffy on them. Riaz, is that a serious question, bro? Iffy on them. I am so out on this medical staff, it's not even funny, Riaz. I think they need to put the medical staff on a plane, send them to another team. They need to get rid of this medical staff ASAP. I am done with this medical staff. For the last 4 years, every guy on the team gets injured. I'm so tired of them, man. Nick Nurse in his exit press conference yesterday literally said, we can't escape the injury bug. We can't escape the injury bug. Who says that? Get these guys out of here. I'm not going to blame the injury staff for, the Sixers lying to us, but they're definitely there to blame for Joel Embiid not being healthy since last January. Guy got hurt. They made him come back in 9 weeks, and they couldn't get him right over the summer? They couldn't get Joel Embiid right over the entire summer? Are you kidding me? Get these people and go to the best medical schools in the world and bring in some new doctors, man. The Philadelphia Eagles did that years ago. They upheld their medical staff, and it worked. They've had 2 seasons in the last couple years where barely anybody got injured. It is time to bring in more medical help. Riaz says it was facetious. It was. It was. Sporting News had an article about Nash replacing Nurse to take heat off of Morey. I'm going to give you my honest opinion, Clint. Please do not get Steve Nash. No. No, no, no. Now, if the Sixers do fire Nick Nurse, I will be breaking that down in the offseason, and I will be making a video with my coaching candidates. Matter of fact, Nick Nurse was on my list last time when Doc Rivers got fired. But Steve Nash is a heck no for me. RB, we need Taylor Jenkins, bro. He developed Ja, JJ, and Desmond Bane, led them to a contending Grizzlies team. He got fired for no reason except he doesn't like the GM. I'm going to be honest with you, TM. If the Sixers fire Nick Nurse, do I think they should get another coach that has a ton of experience? No, I don't. Nothing against Taylor Jenkins. I think if the Sixers do fire everybody, I think it's time to start off with a young guy that nobody knows. And maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but I'm looking at some of these other teams around the league. You know, they've gotten assistants. They've gotten long-time assistants. The Thunder, right? Mark Denyall. Nobody knew who that guy was. He was an assistant and a G League coach for a long time. Joe Mazzulla, same thing. I'm sorry, I don't want the guy that's been around for a while. And I'm not saying that Taylor Jenkins has been around for a while, but I don't know. Nice block by the Sixers to start the second half, and then Lonnie's going to miss a layup on a 3-on-2. Here come the Raptors down the other end, leading by 14, and Jacoby Walter is fouled. Secret Underdog, the gamer, what's up? RB, how are you, brother? Much love. I'm doing okay. We're trying to push through this. We're having a good chat here tonight, which I'm enjoying. We got 152 likes. Let's get it up to 200 likes, ladies and gentlemen. We're here every single game. First one good for Jacoby. We're doing all right, man. Trying to push through the end of this torturous season. But in terms of Taylor Jenkins, so I still do not think that the Grizzlies should have gotten rid of Taylor Jenkins. I think that was absolutely stupid. But there was a scene the other day where Desmond Bane shoves Santi Aldama on the bench. Like, it looked like Taylor Jenkins just could not control the team anymore. And it's definitely not all his fault, but, you know, the Grizzlies have just been mid for the last month and a half. So I don't know if it just wore its time out, but I think he's a good coach. I don't know if he's a great coach, but he also has like 7 years of experience, and I don't know if that's the route to go anymore. But that's just my take on it. Adem Bona lays it up down the other end. Sixers down by 16. They're starting to let that gap get very wide here. Jamal Shed, Orlando Robinson, the pump fake. Bona jumps up. Dude, you can tell the Sixers are throwing games. 3-ball from Walter, drains it in the corner. Like, Adem Bona is not even trying. He's not even trying if you watch him. It's actually impressive how bad they look. How good at tanking they are. Jared Butler finds Adem Bona. That one's stolen away again. Here comes Toronto. Trudging down the floor, and another foul on the other end. All right, man, we need 44 more. 44 more likes, man. Get us to 200. You guys are amazing. Appreciate the community for being here. RJ7, what's up, RJ? Yo, RJ7, my guy, what's up, bro? Long time no see. We got the Loyals coming out tonight. Even though I think the guy is a low-key serial. Yeah, Busy B does have a definitely interesting look, that's for sure. Fall says the tank continues. It does. It does. Riaz says, RB, I see it slightly differently. I think JB got let go and is flourishing in Detroit. Atkinson is retreat and is flourishing in Cleveland. I think an established coach is the way to go. So the guy just missed both free throws, and people are happy for Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A for the crowd. Riaz, I hear your point. If the Sixers try to run it back with a bunch of veterans, like if they run it back with PG and Embiid, then I agree with you. I think an experienced coach is the way to go. But I think where my opinion stems from is that I feel like they're trending more towards getting younger and trying to retool. So I would just like to prefer a coach with less experience who's younger and an innovative mind who's willing to get creative with young players, if that makes sense. Edwards, the pull-up. Got it. If the Sixers get younger and try to retool, I think a younger coach is the way to go. If they try to keep it where they're at now and run it back and they think that's going to work, I feel like an older coach is... but then again, why even fire Nick Nurse? So that's my take on it. As Scotty Barnes pulls up and drains a midi, here are the Sixers on the other end. Lonnie Walker coming around his screen. Council's going to pop out to the three. Now he drives, goes up. Left hand, underhand, no good. Raptors pushing it up the floor. Barnes dumps it off. Barrett, reverse layup, got it to go. The Sixers are getting crapped on right now. Let's go.
He's on fire.
Sixers are the best tankers in the world. Here's a three ball from Jared Butler, and he drills it. Sixers are the goats of tanking. The Sixers are the goats of tanking. Raptors have it, dude. The Sixers are like, they're giving like the old guy at the rec who's tired and needs a drink of water type of defense right now. They're like just like swiping randomly at the ball, but they're not even moving their body. Butler floats one up in off the backboard. Let's keep it rocking and rolling, baby. The tank lives on. Yo, members, can we see those tank emojis in the chat? What the hell was that by Scotty Barnes? That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. He tried to like go behind the backboard and just like throw it up over, maybe? Dude, I feel like this game is drunk. I feel like this game is drunk. Yo, I don't think we're winning a game the rest of the way. All right, man. We got 175 people. I need y'all to hit the like button. Get us to 200. I'm going to tap back in on the chat when we hit 200 likes, man. Get us to 200. Let's go. I'm trying to wake up the neighbors. Sixers are the goats of the tanking world. This is crazy. Let's see if the Pelicans are winning right now. Pelicans are up by 2. We need the Pelicans to win against the Hornets. Yo, that'd be crazy if the Sixers surpassed the Pelicans. That'd be nuts. Jamal Shed throws it away. Taken away by Philly. Jared Butler up the floor. Butler going to find Hood Schifino. Jalen Hood Schifino. Here's Lonnie Walker, a triple, and that one goes 77-63. 7-0 run for the Sixers. They're storming back here in South Philly. Robinson the floater, no good. Raptors trying to put on a tanking act of their own. Here comes the little fake Sixers comeback. Lonnie DeBona floats it up and in. Woo! You see this, NBA? We're trying. We're trying our best out here. Here's the pull-up midi. That one no good for Toronto. Sixers have it. Lonnie Walker going to dribble it up the floor. 9-0 run for Philly. Here's Lonnie. Finds Jalen Hood Schifino behind the back. He dribbles, one bounce. Marcus Bagley turns, goes up. Got it! 10-point game! Here comes the fake run, baby. Jamal Shed into the paint, kicks it back. Barnes fouled. Let's go. Hit the like button. Arby, would you want to draft Common Malowach as an Embiid replacement? You know, I said that a couple games ago. I put that out on Twitter. I said, if all the guards are off the board and the Sixers get the 5th or 6th pick, do they entertain taking a center? And I think the answer is yes. If you get the 5th or 6th pick and all the guards that you want aren't on the board anymore, Am I drafting Trey Johnson? No, I'm not. I'm taking a center. Taking Common Malawach or Derek Queen. I think it's a realistic possibility, to be honest with you. Tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, Sixers might be the Michael Jordans of tanking. This is like next level, what we're seeing right now. This is next level, man. Good crowd in the chat tonight. Sixers Game Day Live, presented by our great partners at National University. Ladies and gentlemen, all the ways to support us down below in the description. Become a channel member. Couple bucks a month. Get all the cool exclusive perks in the live streams and videos. And support us. We got Don Boyle in the chat. Busy B. Banj, what's up? Shout out to the members. Watch, the Raptors are going to try to take out their whole starting lineup in like 5 minutes. I think what's really crazy too, like we were having fun watching Quentin Grimes, and I like you can definitely tell that Nick Nurse probably sat down with the team and was like, look guys, I know you guys want to go out there and, you know, earn some contracts and be good, but like we can't have you being good. Quentin Grimes hasn't even put up 30 in how long? And tonight he's not even playing. Let's see. It's hard to watch Sixers basketball. Women's college is more entertaining. Look, I don't blame you. Brian Pumper in the chat. What's up, Brian? Raptors trolling. Thank you. Great minds think alike. I don't care if Knuppel or Trey Johnson is available. I'm taking the 7'2" athletic high IQ rim protector. Of course. Of course. I want to make a lot of videos about this. Hopefully the Sixers get their pick, but we'll make more as that goes forward. First one good for Scotty Barnes. Rob says go Pels. What's up, Rob? Channel member. Let's go. Why do you want a guard if they have Grimes, Maxey, McCain? I don't want a guard. I want Cooper Flagg or Ace Bailey. I made that clear, man. I can only say it a million times. I want Cooper Flagg. I want Ace Bailey. 2 forwards. I don't think they need any more guard help. Everybody wants to say draft for, you know, best player, but I don't know, man. Sixers are going to have 3 guards on the team already if they re-sign Grimes. I don't think they need another big-time guard. They need a forward. And if not, they might need an Embiid backup or replacement eventually. I've been saying now for weeks, I want Cooper Flagg. Capture the flag, race for Ace, and if that doesn't happen, give me a big. Give me a big. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. He says Jared Butler needs to go back to being a 6'4" Tobias doppelganger. Brian Pumper. Brian, you know, the 76ers, what they're doing right now for these last several games, they are acting as foolish or as fake foolish as the guy in your profile picture on YouTube. If you guys know, you know. But that guy in your profile picture, that's how dumb the Sixers are trying to act right now. That's how they're trying to act right now. 164 likes. Get us to 200, man. Get us to the big 200. Let's go. Here's the dribble, the drive from Shed. Walter Akbaji back to Shed. He's going to find Jamison Battle. Battle, the drive, kicks it out. Akbaji for 3. Comes up short again. It is a 9-point game. The Raptors have gone ice cold. Lonnie Walker goes barreling into Akbaji, and it's going to be a charge. Actually, it was Jacoby Walter that took it. Raptors lead it by 9 points, 5:30 to go here in the third, and the Raptors throw it away again. Yo, they're trolling. They're trolling. They're trolling. What's going on, man?
This guy stinks!
Jalen Hood-Schifino going to turn one-on-one. He's got Jamal Shed up top. Comes around a double screen. Hood-Schifino going to drive. Oh, spin. Puts the moves on him. Throws it to absolutely nobody in the corner. Looks like Paul George and Andre Drummond got a hand on it over on the bench. Dude, look at these people in the stands. They look like freaking scarecrows. I don't think they've moved all game. Bunch of empty seats too, man. You like this, Josh Harris? Is this what you like? Raptors going to be fouled. Let's go. Get us to 200 likes. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. We need 26 more subs. Get us to 42.1. Raptors lead it by 9. Mogbo going to find Battle. He goes up, lays it, and a goaltend. Play-by-play with JJ. What's up, man? JJ Raid, let's go. Let's go, JJ. What's up, bro? Thanks for being here, man. It's all good, man. Our chat's doing all right tonight, but we need to get this up to 200. Hood-Schifino again. What a bucket. Jalen Hood-Schifino's got something to prove out here. What's up, Jalen Hood-Schifino? 9-point lead for the Raptors. Here's Jamal Shed. Dribbling, driving, draws contact, no foul. Sixers get it back. Hood-Schifino plucked en route to the other side of the basket. 3 ball from Shed. No good. Sixers just tapped it back to the Raptors. Battle for 3. Cash money. This guy, Jamison Battle, looks like an AI player. This guy looks like an AI player, man. Lonnie Walker going to find Justin Edwards. Edwards dribbles, puts it up. Got it to fall. Mogbo drives, floats it up, missed it off the rim. Appreciate all the comments today about the draft stuff. As Hood-Schifino goes up with a reverse layup and gets it to fall. We're gonna make a lot of draft content. Don't worry. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about as it relates to the draft. Larry, what's going on, man? Thanks for tapping in here. If you guys are new to the channel, I'm here just covering the Sixers all season long, trying to make it through these games. We got 8 more to go, 7 after tonight, and we are watching through on the Tankathon. We're watching through the Tankathon. See what happens, man. Shout out to my guy, Play-by-Play with JJ. Definitely go check out his channel, man. Give him some love. What do you think of the skill development staff on the Sixers? I think they're terrible. Nobody develops on the Sixers, really. The only guys that develop on the Sixers are guys that have the opportunity to by playing more minutes. Sixers need better developmental coaches. They definitely do. 100%. We got 200 people in the chat, though. Shout out to the chat. Thank y'all for hitting the like button, man. Trying to get this through the algorithm. As we sit back and we watch the Sixers tank it up. Tank it up. It's not easy sitting through this team anymore. It's not easy. Once again, the Sixers have 4 guys in double digits in the starting lineup. They're down 10 players tonight. Tankathon is on. Sixers control their own destiny. If they lose out, they lose the rest of the games, they are going to be sitting pretty with at least the 5th worst odds. Or the 5th worst record, 5th best odds for the Tankathon. Guys, we need 27 more likes. Get us up to 200. Let's go. Let's go. Need you guys to get active in the comments. Where's everybody tapping in from tonight, man? Where's everybody tapping in from tonight? Let me know. Drop your states, cities, towns. Where you guys tapping in from? So Alex Reese coming back on the floor. Marcus Bagley with Jalen Hood-Schifino, Justin Edwards, and Ricky Council. And the Sixers pester it away. Hood-Schifino driving the length of the floor, and he's fouled. It's going to be a foul on Cole Swider. Jalen Hood-Schifino is acting like he wants to win this game. Another fake comeback from the Sixers. Another fake comeback by Philly. Got Langhorne, PA in the house. Upper Darby, South Jersey in the house. Toronto, Collegeville, PA. Alabama, Dresser, PA. Ambler, Cornwall, Ontario. Atlanta, New Zealand, Arizona. Got everybody in the chat tonight. First one good at the line for JHS. Come on, Sixers. Gotta hit the brakes a little bit here. Second one good for Jalen Hood-Schifino. 2 for 2 at the line. It's a 6-point game. 3:06 to go here in the third. 21-6 run for Philly. Here is Jamison Battle. Turnaround fade. Hits it with the left hand. What a shot by Jamison Battle. Yeah, why do the Raptors... How come, 3 of these guys got masks on right now? What's going on with that? Here's Jalen Hood-Schifino coming around his screen, working the pick and roll. Switches to the left hand. Pull up, mid-range. Bang. Hood-Schifino's try-harding right now. South Africa in the house, North Wales, South Jersey by way of Philly. What's up, DJ? Shout out to South Jersey. Frada, PA, Plano, Texas, Lancaster. Another 3 from Toronto. Mogbo drains it. North Korea in the house. Belize. Wow. He just missed a wide open layup. That's a Shaq in a fool moment. Jacoby Walter. Watch that one. Here's Ricky Council. Pull up mid-range. Got it again. We're back to a 7-point game. We got Belize in the house. Yo, it's time to bring up the rest of the blue coats, man. 3 ball from Jamison Battle. He drills it again. Let's go, Jamison.
He's on fire.
They got to bring up Marcus Brownridge. Or Jared Brownridge, my bad. Jared Brownridge. They got to bring him up from the blue coats. Here's Justin Edwards going to drive, spin into traffic, kicks it out. Council fumbled it, picked it back up, getting pushed out of bounds. It's going to be a foul on Akchai Akbaji. 4.3 on the shot clock. You know what we haven't done in a while, man? We need some fires in the chat. We need to heat this chat up, man. I need everybody dropping a fire emoji. Sixers are cooking on the tank right now. Council going to miss the first free throw. Beautiful. You guys are new to this channel. I'm RB. I cover the Sixers every single day, every game of the year. Cover the Eagles over on A to Z Sports Philly. I am on Bleacher Report 2 times a week. Cover sports. You can follow me on all my socials. We are constantly talking about a ton of different things, and got a lot more in the chamber, man. We got a lot more lined up in the chamber soon. Akbaji dumps it down low. Robinson goes up, got it off the bank. Jalen Hood-Schifino going to dribble, drive into the lane. Hood-Schifino again. This time too much on it. Council going to step back, crossover. Council up top. Here is Marcus Bagley. Now Justin Edwards. Edwards going to dribble in, pull up. Edwards, short. 40 seconds to go in the third. Raptors 2-on-1, and it's an easy bucket for Akchai Akbaji. 32 seconds. There we go. We got the fires flowing in the chat. Let's go, man. And this time it's going to be a turnover on Jalen Hood-Schifino. Raptors up by 13. Okay, Nurse. Yo, Nurse is out here iced out on the bench. Nurse has all gold on. Hold on now, Nurse. That boy's watch almost blinded me. You guys see that gold he had on? Holy smokes. 7 seconds to go here in the third. Pick and roll. Barrett. Akbaji puts it up. Blocked by Bagley. And that will take us to the end of the third. One more quarter to go. I need y'all to drop some fires in the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, one more quarter away from another L. Let's keep it going. We're all in at this point. $5 super chat from DJ, a.k.a. Mr. Sandman. Thank you, sir. He says, if the Sixers win the lottery, would you rebuild with the number 1 pick or run it back with the vets and Flag or Bailey? If they win the lottery, would you rebuild with the number 1 pick or run it back with the vets and Flag Bailey? That depends on the health of Joel Embiid. Once we get an update on Joel Embiid, I think that'll change my answer. Like, if he's going to be out for the next half of year, I just don't see a point. I still think they should try to move off the PG contract. Maybe try to get Embiid back in the equation if they get the number 1 pick. But I think you have to now have the mindset moving forward of how do we get younger, retool, and if Embiid can play, great. But if not, then, you know, we got Maxey, McCain, Grimes, you know, whatever draft pick. So that's my mindset. You can no longer build a team around only Embiid ball because he misses a lot of games, and when he goes out, it's a completely different game. So, and Paul George, I still think they need to try to move that, but we'll see if they can. We'll see if they can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drop some fires in the chat. Before we get back into it here in the fourth quarter, we'll see if the Sixers can complete the tank. Got to give one more shout out to our great partners over at National University. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're someone looking to go back to school, but maybe you work a job, you have a family, whatever, National is the place for you. You can go to school from the comfort of your own home. They have a 50-plus year history of innovative learning. They have a ton of support models that include on-ground schooling, online, hybrid, metaverse, 4 and 8-week classes, group and individual models. They have the most comprehensive degree and program offerings in the U.S. right now for working and non-traditional students. And once again, they will give you support that can help you balance your life, even trying to go back, get that degree, but also, you know, stay up on all your other responsibilities. They have a mentoring network for students and alum that offers career guidance, professional development opportunities, and customized career support. 50% of NU's undergrad students are active duty military, veteran, and dependents. National University awarded $50 million plus in scholarships last year. So if you're interested in checking out their flexible online curriculums and programs, click the link down in the description or the live chat right now. Get more info today. Check out National University, where you can juggle school with all of the other responsibilities that life throws at you. Shout out to National University, man. We got 185 people in the building. Get us up to 200 likes, man. Hit that thumbs up. Sixers down by 13 points. Here's Ricky, the step over, the drive, puts it up in traffic. No good. I think he was fouled. What did the ref just say? Was he fouled? What the heck did that ref just say? Okay, so I guess it was a foul on the floor. So the Sixers are going to take it out from the side. Here's Marcus Bagley with Jared Butler, Ricky Council, Lonnie Walker, and Adem Bona. For the Raptors, it is as Bona lost it again. Yo, Bona looks terrible, man. For the Raptors, it is Scotty Barnes, Ochai Akbaji, RJ Barrett, Orlando Robinson, and Jamison Battle. Here's Orlando Robinson. He's going to hand it off. 3-ball from Barrett. Cha-ching. 98-82. Here's Lonnie Walker going to spin up top. Half spin back to Ricky. Ricky steps back. Going to find Lonnie Walker. Walker up top. 6 on the shot clock. Lonnie, the dribble, the drive. Lays it high up into the air. It's airballed. Bonus fighting for it, and he can't pull it away. They're going to call a jump ball, actually. It's going to be a jump ball with 1.5 on the shot clock for the Sixers. 20% chance Embiid comes back. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be ready for next season, which is pissing me off. They won't give us any updates. The guy's been out since February 20th. How do we have no updates? And that's why I think the Sixers just need to get younger and start focusing on the future, because we have no clarity. We don't know if he's going to come back healthy. If he does, it might be halfway into next season. I'm just tired of the drama, man. Tired of the drama. Raptors win the jump ball. Akbaji runs it all the way down the floor. He chased it, picked it up, and ran it into the lane before the Sixers even thought about getting back. And now the Raptors are full court pressing. Are you kidding me? Lonnie to Bona. Bona slams it down in the lane. 100-84 is our score. Between the two centers, Malawach or Queen, who do we want? That's a good question. Jared Butler steals it away. Here comes Philly. 10 minutes to play in this ball game. Sixers down by 16. Butler going to find Lonnie Walker. Walker steps into a 3. No can do. Raptors get the board. Bagley fighting battle for it. And it's going to be a jump ball. So Derek Queen, I think, has more... He's like the more, like... I don't want to say flashy player, because he's not really flashy, but... He's got more of like a flashy type of game, whereas Malawach is like your traditional center who's just an absolute beast in the paint. Block shots, great rim protector, has a good eye for the game, sets your screens. He's having a heck of a tournament. He looks like a very ready NBA player. Whereas I think Queen still needs some development, but probably has better shooting potential and things like that. So, like I said, if your top selections are off the board, like if you can't land a Cooper Flag, an Ace Bailey, whatever, I think you might have to look into a big, honestly. Jamison Battle gets blocked. The Raptors track down the board. Barnes for 3. That one's off the back rim. Sixers come away with the board. 9:40 to go. I also think there's a lot of good power forwards, a little bit later in the draft that the Sixers could get. RJ Barrett lays it up and in. I'm going to tell you guys a secret here in just a second, actually, once we have a stoppage, which I think you might find pretty interesting. Jared Butler going to kick it up to Ricky Council. Council for 3. That's off the back rim. Council goes up, lays it up, and missed it. Actually, you know what? Once we get to 200 likes, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to lay you guys in on some information. Barrett blocked under the rim, kicks it back. Akbaji to the corner. Barnes dribble. One bounce. Barrett goes up. Blocked by Bona. Raptors get it back again. Third opportunity, and Robinson going to slam it down. We got, what, 200 people in here? Yeah, we should have 200 likes, man. If we get to 200 likes, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret, man. Here's Jared Butler at the top. He's guarded by RJ Barrett. Yo, he's all over him. Where's the foul, man? Butler at the top. He's going to scan the floor. Find a cutting Lonnie Walker. Lonnie goes up and in. 18-point game. 17 on the evening for Lonnie. Did the Pelicans win? Did the Pelicans win? Yo, the Pelicans won, man. The Pelicans won. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pelicans won. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Tankathon.com. Tankathon.com. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Ladies and gentlemen, it might be happening. Yo. I might have been wrong earlier. Yo, if the Sixers lose this game, they're going to be 2 games behind the Pelicans. Guys, I was wrong earlier. There might be a chance here. Robinson going to knock down the free throws. Ladies and gentlemen, it might be happening. It might be happening. I'm sorry. Somebody just tried to dunk. I'm trying to make sure I got this right here. Turnover galore right now. Jared Butler for 3. That's money in the corner. Yo, the Pelicans won, man. Holy smokes. Hold on, let's look at the Pelicans' remaining schedule. Guys, we got 200 plus in the chat. Welcome in Sixers Game Day Live. We do this every single game, pregame, live game, postgame. Yeah, I need y'all to hit the like button, man. We need 10 more likes. Get us to 200. Let's wake up the neighbors. Yo, the Pelicans have, in their final games, they play the Clippers, the Lakers, Bucks, Nets, Bucks, Heat, and OKC. That would be a tough one, but if they can beat Brooklyn and Miami and the Sixers lose out, then they'd be tied. And they just have to beat maybe Milwaukee one time. Yo, it's an outside shot, but it could happen. Could happen. Pelicans pretty much need to win 3 games, and the Sixers need to lose out. Oh my gosh, yo. What's our percentage of keeping the pick if we are the 4th worst team? That I have not even looked at. Let me look at it right now. I'm going to calculate it right now for you, man. Drop a like in the chat, man. We're out here doing math on the fly. All right, so if the Sixers get the 5th worst odds, or the 5th best odds, 5th worst record, they'll have a 63.9% chance of keeping their top 6 pick. If they were to leap up above the Pelicans, for the fourth best odds, their percentage would jump up to 81%, which is crazy. That's an increase in 17%, which would almost be, I'm not going to say guarantee, but it would almost be like, okay, like 81%. 81% if they get the fourth best odds to keep their pick. I do like Johnny Broom and Danny Wolf. Yo, shout out to Johnny Broom. I was talking about him earlier in the stream. What an absolute dog. If you guys saw that Auburn game today, for him to come back in that game with a hurt elbow and knee and to play, that was awesome. By the way, Adem Bona ties his career high or sets a new career high in blocks. He's got 5 blocks. Here's a 3-ball from Jamal Shed, and he drills it. It's not likely with the Pelicans thing, but it's definitely a possibility. It's a possibility. Raptors are shooting 15 for 31 from 3, 48.4%. Lonnie behind the head pass. Here's a 3 from Wheeler. That's no good. The Sixers are playing a guy named Philip Wheeler in their rotation. That's crazy. Sixers poke the ball away. It's going to go and stay with Toronto. You guys want to know my little tidbit of information or no? You guys want to know my little tidbit of information or no? I need y'all to get this up to 200 likes. Here is Toronto. Jacoby Walter to the corner. Jamal Shed at the wing, guarded by Justin Edwards. Shed floats it up and drains it. Edwards going to swing it over to Lonnie Walker. Walker pulls it up from 3, drills it. Let's go. I said the score of this game was going to be 124 to 104. We're kind of getting close, man. Reese can't get the board. Shed puts it up and in. The Raptors are at least trying. They're at least trying now. They've given up on the tankathon. They've given up. They know what the deal is. They can't out-tank us. They can't out-tank the Sixers. Edwards, the 3-ball, air ball, nice pass. Reese puts it in. Mogbo swings it to the corner. Swider a 3. That's off the mark. All right, I guess you guys don't want to know, man. Y'all are slacking in the chat. It's all good. Guess I'll save it for myself. Edwards floats it up. That one's tapped out of bounds. Going to stay with the Sixers. 5 minutes to go in the tankathon. Yo, the Pelicans, man, I need y'all to win 3 games. I need y'all to win 3 games. There's the inbound. Lonnie for 3. He cashes in again. Lonnie. Here's the dribble, the drive, the kick. Swider spots up a triple. No can do. Raptors trying to save it. They do. Wow, what a save that was. Then he gets it back in the corner. Jacoby Walter, what a play. Heads up play, man. Edwards going to dribble in, lays it in. 118-101. Raptors lead it. Sixers looking for their 8th consecutive loss. Nice defensive play by Philip Wheeler. Take it in, man. Soak it in. Imagine who's on the floor right now for the Sixers. Like, think about this being a realistic lineup at one point 6 months ago. Swider plucked away. It's going to go out of bounds. Stay with Toronto. Tell us, please. Nah, you guys are slacking, man. Can't even get to 200 likes. Got 220 in the chat. Shout out to the members, though, man. Dom, what's up? We got Rob says Queen is having a great tournament. He was. He was. Here's the inbound. Wow, the slam from Jonathan Mogbo. Jonathan Mogbo. Imagine getting cooked by Jonathan Mogbo. Edwards puts up a midi. That one is short. Swider going to find Jamal Shed. Shed, Mogbo, corner, poked away, staying with Toronto. Every Sixers starter's in double digits. We do this every single game, ladies and gentlemen. Pre-game, live game, and post-game coverage. Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the family. Become a channel member, too, if you want to. Support the show, man. Edwards and Walker are going to come off for the final time, most likely. Wheeler and Bagley are in. 3-ball Jamison battle. Cha-ching. Tell you what, man, I think the Pelicans can, I think they can win at least one more game, maybe two. Jason 18, what's up, bro? Good to see you here, Jason. Thanks for being here, man. Zion is injured more than Embiid. Yeah, Zion's probably not the guy you want to trade for, to be honest. Probably not the guy you want to trade for. Battle's out there stroking it. Pause. Pause. Shout out to Jameson Battle, man. He is cooking. How many points does he have? He's got 16 off the bench. Wow. Imagine getting cooked by Jameson Battle. We got 200 likes in the chat. Drop the yes, sirs. Let's go. Wake them up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go. All right, man. You guys did get it to 200 likes, so I'm going to fill you guys in on some info. All right. I'm trying to think of how deep I want to go into this, but kind of sort of mentioned this before. I'm going to give you guys kind of a hint. I'm going to reveal it at some point, but let's just say there is a big man in this upcoming NBA draft that I used to play street ball with. He is currently projected to be a late first-round pick or an early second-round pick. But there is a guy in this draft that I'm not, like super best friends with him. But let's just say I've played ball numerous times with him before. And he is going to get drafted. And he's a big man. And if the Sixers draft him, I mean, that would be huge. That would be huge. So that's what I'm going to fill you guys in on for now. Eventually, I'll reveal who it is. I'll let you guys guess and and predict. But Sixers need a big man. I might have to put in a couple words, man. I'm going to have to put in a couple words, man. If he gets drafted by Philly, though, that'd be nuts. 3-ball missed by Toronto. And by the way, when I used to play ball with this guy, this is like years ago, like he wasn't as big as he was now. He hit a crazy growth spurt. I never once thought that this guy would be an NBA player. He hit a crazy growth spurt, and he's had a wild journey. He took his game to the next level. Shout out to him. What he's doing now, he was not doing on the street courts, man. But yeah. Nice dunk by Ricky Council. Sixers putting in a final effort here. I almost got the final score correct. 123-107. I said 124-104. I'm going to let you guys guess who it is, man. Floater from Mogbo is good. 150 to go as the Sixers are getting ready to lose another game. The Sixers tankathon keeps on rolling. Jalen Hood-Schifino going crazy. He's fouled. Let's see. Zion for Maxey? Heck no. Heck no. Does it... Brian Pumper said, does it rhyme with sloop or drag? No, it wasn't Cooper Flag. It was not. I'm not from Massachusetts, but I think that's where he's from, right? No, he's from Maine. Were you giving him work? Let's just say I gave him a couple buckets before. I got a little chirpy with him before. Like I said, this was years ago, but I never would have thought that this dude was going to be in the NBA. And I see his name on mock drafts. Now, I'll tell you guys this. I do have one connection to somebody in professional sports. I don't know if we have any NFL fans in here. There's a offensive lineman on the New Orleans Saints. His name is Cesar Ruiz. That was my boy growing up, man. Shout out to Caesar. He's been in the league, I think 4 years now. First round pick. That's my boy, man. Shout out to him. That's the only guy I've ever been friends with that made it to the league. And I'm happy for him, even though he's on the Saints. Saints are terrible. They got Kellen Moore now, though. Shout out to my guy Caesar, though, man. Never been friends with anybody that made the NBA. And again, I'm not like deep friends with him, but I've played basketball with him at least a handful of times. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Raptors lead it by 16. 40 seconds to play. Mogbo, dribble, drive, floats it up. Off the rim. Swider puts it up, and it falls. Nelson says, I played against Lamar Peterson. That dude was literally unstoppable. He played with the Hawks. I'm so old. 20 seconds to go as we wind it down. Brian says, I used to play with a guy named Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I'm sure you did, man. I'm sure you did. Caesar's from Camden. Yeah, shout out to my guy Caesar, man. He's a great dude. Great dude. I'm happy for him. Still chat with him from time to time. He's doing his thing. I don't know when I'm going to reveal who it is. Probably when I'm doing my draft coverage in a couple weeks, but I'll let you guys guess for now. But hey, if the Sixers draft him, you know, who knows? Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers lose again. I've never felt so good to lose a basketball game. I have never felt so good to lose a basketball game. The Sixers lose again, 8 in a row. Can we drop the 8s in the chat? The tankathon is on. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? We are going to play the song, man. I don't care anymore. We're playing the song. The tankathon is on. Let's go. Yeah. Let's freaking go. Somebody said RB needs size. I don't know why people get this misconception on these live streams. Because, people that have, like, recognized me and, like, came up to me before, they're like, oh, I didn't know you were this tall. I don't know why people think I'm short, man. I'm not short. I'll give anybody a bucket. At least one. At least one. Ladies and gentlemen, post-game live show coming up. The 76ers are now 2 games behind the New Orleans Pelicans. Is it coming true? Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? The Sixers now hold the 5th spot ahead of the Brooklyn Nets by a whole game. They are 2 games behind the Pelicans. We have 7 games left. Let's go. Drop the tank emojis in the chat, man. RB plays in the streets. Ask about him. Look, I'm not the best hooper. I'm not an NBA star. All right, but I can hold my own. I'm a very smart player. Talk a lot of smack. I have fun, man. That's what I do. Not an NBA player, but you could put me on any team. I'm the glue guy you need, man. Put me on any team. I'm going to make the team better. That's what I do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's freaking go. The tankathon is on. The tankathon is on. Yeah, I'm not going to reveal who it is yet. I will probably once we start doing draft coverage. Like I said, we're going to live stream the rest of the games this year. Then we're going to do some NBA playoff coverage. Once we find out on May 12th, I'm telling you guys, set a reminder on your phone on May 12th to be here. We're going to live stream the draft lottery. Once we hit May 12th and we find out where the Sixers are going to get the draft pick, if they get the draft pick, then we're going to start going heavy on the draft content. But we're still going to have some before then. But May 12th is the day, man. And it's actually going to be crazy. Like the playoff live shows, as I just realized, like it's going to be no pressure, man. We're going to be sitting back watching some real good basketball. Might come down to the wire. I agree, man. Coming down to the wire. Let's freaking go. Let's go, man. Yo, the Sixers, they're running out of eligibility with some of these players. They might have to ask me to go suit up. I might have to go suit up, man. I might have to go suit up, to be honest. They might have to call one of us up to play for this team. But ladies and gentlemen, once again, I want to say thank you so much for being a part of this Game Day Live show. It really is a special community that we have here. Very happy, to have people here in the chat that support us even through the toughest of times. It's been a very brutal season watching this team. But man, 7 more games. Hopefully all of this is coming together for a good outcome, which is a top 6 draft pick. I hope so, man. I hope so. Tika, you're funny. You're funny. Chill. Sixers got to get this draft pick. Shout out to all the members, all the mods who keep supporting us, man. Become a channel member if you want to support us. Cop some merch. You know the drill. We got a lot to break down here on the post-game show. The Sixers get obliterated again. I almost predicted the score correct again. I said it would be 124-104. I was close. Are we going to open the phones in the playoff streams? We might. Depends who's in the chat. If you guys show up and hang out with us, maybe we will. Maybe. How tall am I? How tall do you guys think I am? How tall do you guys think I am? Maybe I'll reveal that info too. I'm not as short as people think for some reason, probably because of the camera angle here on the live streams. People get this idea that I'm short. I'm not. Dom says, put in a good word for me. I don't hype myself up. I'm pretty damn good. I was a lot better when I was a little younger. Dom, we might have to go 2v2, man. We might have to partner up on the court, man. Might have to do a Philly Take with RB basketball game. Might have to pop up at a random court. That'd be crazy. Robert says, Coop in the Final Four, he's definitely entering the draft. There's no question about that. Cooper Flagg is definitely going to be in the draft. Nelson said, you better be 6 feet or I'm giving you buckets. Oh, man, that's funny. That is funny. That's funny. Yeah, guys, I did tell the chat how tall I was before. So I'm actually 6'2.5". Rounded up 6'3". 6'2.5", 6'3". That's how tall I am. People see me in person. They're like, oh, I didn't know you were this tall. I'm like, yeah, bro, don't get fooled by a camera angle. Don't get fooled by a camera. Member tournament stream at all? That'd be nuts. If we got to like 1,000 members, I would honestly do that. I would do that. Am I taller than AI? Honestly, I might be. I might be. I saw a picture of you standing next to Nurse in B-ball, Paul. You're about Nurse's height. You know what? I think you're right. I think I was the same height as Nick Nurse. Look, if you guys watch that podcast, I told Nurse straight up, like, you know how in hockey they have an emergency goalie? I straight up told Nick Nurse, yo, I can be the emergency goalie. Like, just put me in. I'll take a charge. I'll take a charge for sure. And by the way, I'm 6'2.5", 6'3", without this little roundup that they love to do in the NBA. You give me that little roundup, I'll be 6'5". On NBA reporting. You're definitely taller than AI. I always thought you were 5'10". Yeah, I don't know why people think that, bro. Yeah, he's probably like 6 feet, 6'1". I'm taller than AI. Being on camera makes you look short. It does for everybody, depending on the angles. But like I said, don't get fooled on this online stuff, man. Don't get fooled online. Things are not the same online as they are in person. Karen, becoming a Fire Take member. Let's go. Let's go. Karen, thank you for becoming a channel member. W's for Karen in the chat. W's for Karen in the chat. Let's go, man. Let's go. Shout out to Karen in the chat. Thank you for supporting the nation. $5 super chat, Brian Pumper. He says Sixers need to be investigated. These Nets and Raptors are in shambles. Do y'all know who invented the art of tanking? There's levels. That's a fact. There is levels to this. There is levels to this, man. There's levels to this. Remember, heard about the tournament, won it in. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. We got to get this to, we got to get to 1,000 members one day. I think we got 100 right now. RB's a tall glass of water. I might be. I might be. Tall glass of water. Nick Nurse, overrated coach, won title because of Kawhi. All right. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, shout out to the chat. Post-game live show coming up in a few minutes. We're going to break down the Tankathon odds. We're going to celebrate because the Sixers are on the verge of doing the unthinkable. Ladies and gentlemen, 76ers are on the verge of doing the unthinkable. Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the mods. We'll be back in a few minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Post-game live show coming up. Stick around. Stay locked and loaded. Talk about it more. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers do it again. The Tankathon is on. The Tankathon is riding high because the Philadelphia 76ers just can't stop. They can't stop losing. The Sixers are turning in to the best tanking team of all time. As my guy in the live chat, Brian Pumper, said, there are levels to this. There are levels to the chaos, to the madness. And the Sixers get blown away again by a final score of 127-109. And ladies and gentlemen, I've never been so happy to lose a basketball game because there are two reasons why this is monumental tonight. We'll get into all that. We'll break down the remaining odds and more. But welcome into Sixers Postgame Live right here on Philly Take with RB. We live stream every single game through the chaos, the madness. While everybody else has quit on this team, I don't run from it. I will be here to the last second of the season because that's what I do. I cover this team through the madness. All right. And you can tune in live with us every game before, during, or after the game over on YouTube. Type in Philly Take with RB, tap in with us live. And if you are listening back to this audio on a podcast platform, do me a favor. Go ahead and rate us, man. Subscribe to our podcast. Check us out, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your pods. Helps us grow, man. Ladies and gentlemen, 76ers are so good at tanking that you would think that from 10 years ago, this team would have never stopped tanking. That's how good they are. The way that Adem Bona is like waving at guys like a 45-year-old at the Recwood when he needs some water and air. The way that Nick Nurse sits over on the bench all moped and oh my gosh, is the worst thing ever. The way that Jared Butler just stands around in the corner the whole game. Yo, the Sixers are great at tanking. I mean, if I told you on September 30th that the Sixers 6 months later on March 30th would be playing Justin Edwards, Jared Butler, Lonnie Walker, Ricky Council, Adem Bona, Jalen Hood-Schifino, Marcus Bagley, Philip Wheeler, and Alex Reese, what would you tell me? I mean, there are levels to this, man. There are levels to the tank. And at this point in this season, we just have to laugh it off, man. We just have to just take it for what it is. But what it was another successful venture tonight. And I'm going to tell you why. There's two reasons, okay? Number one, the Toronto Raptors are likely out of contention for battling with the Sixers and the Nets. The Toronto Raptors coming into tonight's game were 3 games behind the 76ers. And they now sit at 28-47. And the Sixers are 23-52. And the Raptors are actually now 5 games behind Philly. They actually came into tonight 4 games behind. They were 3 behind Brooklyn. They're now 4 behind Brooklyn and 5 behind Philly. So by losing to the Raptors, you now set them back a whole game. And yeah, the Raptors are out of this thing. All right, 7 games to go. The Raptors are done. As it relates to the Brooklyn Nets, who beat the Washington Wizards last night, the Wizards beat the Nets. The Wizards lost to the Nets. The Nets came into tonight half of a game behind the Sixers. And the Sixers lose tonight and are now 1 whole game up on the Brooklyn Nets for the Tankathon 5th best odds. But not only that, the 76ers are now 2 games behind the New Orleans Pelicans. Can we get some Pelicans love in the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, the Pelicans defeat the Charlotte Hornets tonight, who are currently number 3 in the odds for the Tankathon. The Jazz are currently number 1. The Wizards are number 2. The Hornets are number 3. The Pelicans are 4th, and the Sixers are 5th. Yo, is it possible that with 7 games to go, the Sixers could actually catch the New Orleans Pelicans? Holy smokes, it could happen. I'm going to break down how it could happen in a few minutes. But back to the Sixers, who have now lost 8 in a row and have finally come to grips with how laughable of a season this has been. and after being eliminated from the NBA playoff race last night, have finally come to light and realized, look, man, we just got to lose out. We got to lose every single game. Ladies and gentlemen, let me bring you through a representation of how insane the Tankathon is right now. Coming into tonight's game, the Sixers are trying to manage 10-day contracts so that these guys can play most of the remaining games, so they don't miss any games where the guys can't play. They rest Quentin Grimes tonight. Gershon Yabusele had a little tweaked ankle or whatever he had, he's out. The Sixers were down 10-plus players again. On the Raptors side, they already saw what was on the wall. They knew they don't have a chance to catch the Sixers because they can't tank like us. Can't tank like us. Can't tank like us. They not like us, man. Listen. After tonight's game, the Sixers have 3 guys on 2 ways. Jeff Doughton Jr. has 2 games remaining out of the final 7. Jalen Hood-Schifino has 5 left, and Alex Reese has 4. Ladies and gentlemen, we might see the whole Blue Coats team up here in a couple days. I want justice for Jared Brownridge. Jared Brownridge is 30 years old. He's been with the Blue Coats since he was, 23? Since 2018, he's been with the Blue Coats. Bring Jared Brownridge up and give him some NBA play. Let's go. Now, why does this matter? Like I said, I made a video on the YouTube channel. Definitely check it out when you can, of how the Sixers' probabilities work out based on the odds, based on the percentages, etc. But simply put, if the Sixers can finish off the season with the 5th worst record, without a tie with Brooklyn, if they finish with the 5th best Tankathon odds, the Sixers will have a 63.9% chance of keeping their pick. Well, based on the math we did during the game, if the Sixers were to somehow surpass the Pelicans for the 4th worst record, the Sixers actually would jump up to an 81% chance of keeping their pick. So look, it is a long shot, but if the Sixers ever somehow found a way to get up to number 4, they'd have an 81% chance, which almost starts to feel like a no-brainer. And their picks percentage for the number 1 pick goes up. Right now, the Sixers' number 1 overall pick odds sit at 10.5%, and the top 3 teams, the Wizards, Hornets, and Jazz, are only at 14%. Last year, we saw the Atlanta Hawks go from number 9 or 10 all the way up to number 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is still a very realistic possibility that the Sixers get the number 1 overall pick. I want you to know that. There's been a lot of negative Nancy's on Twitter coming at me. Oh, they have no chance at all. It's, no percent chance. No, they actually have a 10.5% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick, which is still a pretty good chance compared to the others. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are riding high on the tank. The Sixers are putting together some nasty work here. And I think what I'm most impressed with about as it pertains to the tank is how this team can purposely come out. And there were 2 times in this game where we're live streaming the game, right? And the whole entire chat is saying, well, here it comes. Here comes the typical fake comeback by the Sixers. Sixers can storm back from being down 20 to down 6. Then they can go down again, then come back to being down 6. They were down, 5 points in the 3rd quarter? And then they're just like, hey, we're going to bottom out now, which makes the NBA look at this game and say, hey, well, at least they're giving some effort. At least they're giving us some chance, right? The Sixers are tanking perfectly. This is beautiful execution. This is beautiful execution by the 76ers. Now, again, obviously, I'm trying to make light of the situation. I mean, I'm out here streaming every game. Do I want to be tanking? Absolutely not. It's annoying, man. But as I said months ago, I'm looking at the situation, and the Sixers don't have a lot of draft capital to work with the next couple years. Not until really 2028 is when they'll have a lot. And they don't have any free salary. They don't have any, like, cap space this summer. I mean, like, think about it. Paul George, Joel Embiid are here for the next 4 or 5 years. 3-4 years. Tyrese Maxey's here. Eventually, you're going to have to pay Jared McCain. You're going to have to pay Quentin Grimes. So it's not like they're going to go get any high-level impact player. So what the Sixers need to do is keep their draft pick in a very good draft class and get a high-level impact player. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying to spell it out so easy for you, ABCs. I'm trying to just make it easy for you to understand. They need to keep this draft pick. And it's crazy how perfectly the tank is executed. I'm almost guaranteeing at this point that, like, 2 weeks ago, Nick Nurse probably sat down, when Quentin Grimes was dropping 40 a game and, these other guys came in and they had a monstrous performance against the 2-seeded Rockets that went into overtime. The Jalen Hood-Shafinos and O'Shea Brissett when he was here and Chuma Okeke. I'm pretty sure Nick Nurse sat down with these guys and said, yo, I've been told from the upper management that we cannot win a game the rest of the season. So don't put me in a bad spot. Go out there, play hard for a quarter and a half. If it gets to any point in the game where you start to get down too much, make a fake comeback and then bottom out again. I'm telling you, the way I'm watching these guys play, the body language, like, they're putting up numbers, but they're not trying. Adem Bona had a career-high 5 blocks tonight, and the guy barely tried. Every player in the Sixers starting lineup had double digits, and they looked absolutely terrible. So they are stuffing the stat sheets. The Sixers are allowing the people at the NBA that don't watch these games but are looking at the box scores to say, hey, well, look, they at least put up numbers. They tried. But they're also getting smacked in the process. So anyway, that's my whole take on the situation. The Sixers need to keep doing exactly what they're doing. They keep losing every game by 20 points. It is being executed perfectly. It's hard to watch, but it's what needs to happen. Sometimes the things that need to happen are not the easy things to, take in and to digest, but sometimes it has to happen. And now I want to talk about the Tankathon odds. Oh, and by the way, shout out to the Raptors. I mean, you're getting cooked by Jamison Battle and Jonathan Mogbo, the same guys that cooked you in game 2 of the season. So we should have known. We should have known. RJ Barrett, 31 points. Quickly should have played. He was out for rest tonight. Anyway. Let's look at the Tankathon. Let's look at the Tankathon because, ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers are doing it. They're doing it. They are now 2 games behind the New Orleans Pelicans. Can we get some tanks emojis in the chat? I see my guy Dom dropping them. Let's go, Dom. Drop the Tankathon emojis. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers are now 2 games behind the New Orleans Pelicans. Let's look at the Pelicans' remaining schedule. And then we're going to compare it to the Sixers' remaining schedule. The Pelicans, with 7 games remaining, will face the Los Angeles Clippers. They will face the Los Angeles Lakers. They will face the Milwaukee Bucks, the Brooklyn Nets, the Milwaukee Bucks again, the Miami Heat, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, when I look at this, at first glance, I'm like, oh, this is tough. It's not going to happen. But then again, I start to think about it. The Clippers are fraudulent. The Lakers have lost a couple games to bad teams recently. But let's say they lose both of those games. Well, the Brooklyn Nets are trying to actively tank. They can win that game. The Miami Heat are not good. They can win that game. Milwaukee Bucks are dealing with a ton of injuries. Maybe they could win one. And the Oklahoma City Thunder in the last game of the season are going to be resting their players for the playoffs. So they could win that game. Maybe a bit of wishful thinking here, but ladies and gentlemen, based on how the Sixers are playing right now, I don't think the Sixers are winning a game the rest of the year. And I really hope I'm right. The only game I'm concerned about now is the Wizards game. The Washington Wizards game does scare me. But other than that, I am starting to believe that the Sixers are going to end the season, which is just so fitting with how this season is going. I think the Sixers are going to end this season on a 15-game losing streak. I really do. I really do. And if they lose out and the Pelicans win 2 games, the Sixers and the Pelicans will be tied. Now, I would have to do some research here and see if the same tiebreaker rules apply that I talked about in my video. Once again, mods, if you can drop the link in the chat, that would be great. I made a whole preview breakdown video about the 5th, 6th, and 7th odds and the percentage chances of keeping the pick. But, I mean, if they could get the 4th spot, I would have to see how the tiebreaker rules work for that because, you know, now we're starting to talk about getting up into that top 4. But nonetheless, I think the Pelicans can win 2 games. Maybe it's wishful thinking. I think they could do it. I think they might actually be able to. This is crazy. This is wild. This is wild. Let's go, man. Sixers are getting it done. Sixers are getting it done, man. Let's go back to the tankathon.com. This is a beautiful site. Sixers now hold a game up on the Brooklyn Nets. Brooklyn Nets are probably going to lose out, or at least maybe win one more. Sixers are now trying to get to the 4th spot. If they get up to the 4th spot, their chances of falling in the top 4 go up to 48.1%. And their chances of the number 1 pick go up to 12.5%. It is possible. It is doable. And the Sixers could be on the verge of pulling off the impossible. But we'll see if they can do it. Ladies and gentlemen, it's starting to get crazy. The Tankathon is coming down to the wire. We have a $5 super chat from my guy, Brian Pumper. Brian, thank you. We might as well full send it. Cut Jalen Hood, Schifino, Jeff Doughton, and go recruiting at the local Chicky and Pete's. More Alex Reese archetypes, please. Brian, I'm telling you, man, they need to go down to the G League, and they need to bring up the whole roster. They need to bring up my guy, Jared Brownridge. They need to bring up 3-time champion. I think he's a 3-time champ, Patrick McCall. They need to bring up Judah Mintz. And they need to just go hunting for every G League team right now. Like Philip Wheeler. Who the heck is Philip Wheeler? Shout out to Philip Wheeler. Guy comes in, he plays hard. But the same way that the Sixers recruited Philip Wheeler, they need to go get 4 more Philip Wheelers for the rest of the season. That's what they need to do. We don't need to play Quentin Grimes. Grimes is the only guy that can cut this tank short, but even it feels like he understands the memo at this point. It feels like he understands the memo. Now, a lot of people keep asking me, RB, if the Sixers get a top pick, let's say they don't get a top 3 pick, but they get a 4th, 5th, or 6th pick, what do? And I'm going to give you the same answer that I gave to everybody else. I think, in my opinion, this is just my thoughts. I would love to hear from somebody. If you guys, you know what? If you want to call in real quick and you want to give your thoughts on the draft pick, I'm happy to take your call. Call in on the Discord. But ladies and gentlemen, the Sixers do not need to draft a guard. I know everybody always says, you know, draft for best available, blah, 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 right? And I agree with that a good amount of the time. But when we're talking about a team like the Sixers that has Tyrese Maxey, Jared McCain coming back, most likely will re-sign Quentin Grimes. Why would they need to draft another guard? Why would they need to draft another guard? Especially, like, let's say they get the 6th pick. I keep seeing everybody mock Trey Johnson out of Texas to the Sixers. Why would we want Trey Johnson? That makes no sense. The way that I'm looking at this draft as of right now on March 30th is you need to go in here and try to get Cooper Flagg. If you don't get the number 1 pick, you need to try to get Ace Bailey. And if you don't get Ace Bailey, or Cooper Flag, and you still have the draft pick, honestly, I think you consider drafting a big. Am I crazy for that? Look, the Joel Embiid thing is so sad. It's so annoying, too. Like, just give us an update. It's been a month and a half almost. Give us an update. Is the guy going to get surgery? Is he going to be ready for October? What is the deal with Joel Embiid? If Joel Embiid's not good to go, then why not go out here and draft a big? You got Common Malawach from Duke, who's balling in the tournament right now. You had Derek Queen, who was putting on a heater in the tournament. Look, I'm not saying they're going to change your franchise tomorrow, but you need a guy that you can build with for the next several years. Honestly. And I don't think you're going to get a center by drafting one late in the draft. Now, you might get a good serviceable center. You might get a good backup like a Dem Bona who needs time to develop. But if you have a chance and you have a high grade on a player and you believe in the player, then I'm taking a big over drafting a guy like Trey Johnson out of Texas. That's just my personal opinion, though. That's my personal opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, look, I know I'm talking a lot of wishful thinking here. There's a lot of scenarios. I hope they keep this pick. For one, I hope they keep this pick so we have stuff to talk about from the end of the season up until the NBA draft. I just don't think they have a lot of room to make things happen unless they're finally going to trade. But they might have to attach some draft capital and people probably won't like that. Or Daryl Morey might go full Daryl Morey and he might sit up in his office and say, you know what? Paul George is an NBA superstar. And I'm not trading him until I get a good trade offer. Do you guys remember 2 years ago, before the crumble cookie thing, when Daryl Morey refused to trade Tobias Harris and he called the Cleveland Cavaliers? And at the time, he asked the Cleveland Cavaliers for Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, and 2 first-round picks for Tobias Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't take that philosophy when you're trying to trade Paul George, if you try to trade him. That would be insane. Like, other teams are going to come to you asking, hey, what are you going to give us in advance or in exchange for taking on Paul George's contract? That's what's going to happen. I don't see a contender just saying, yeah, give us PG, that's our missing piece, and we'll move forward. But then again, I also don't think the Sixers can just blindly run it back and be like, you know what, we'll be fine. We'll figure it out. I don't think that can happen either. Daryl Morey also threatened not to trade Ben Simmons for 4 years because of his contract. So, listen, man, I think that this offseason is going to be a huge telltale for what comes next for this organization. It all starts with Joel Embiid and his health, and I'm tired of this team not giving us any updates at all. Give us some updates about Joel Embiid. Can we just know if he's going to get surgery or not? Can we know if he's going to get surgery, man? Just tell us. And if not, is he going to be ready? Because what they can't do is just come back and be like, yeah, he'll be ready, but we're still monitoring the situation. We'll let you know in September. That's what they did this year. And then we got the training camp, and we were making training camp videos, and Joel Embiid wasn't practicing. And we were like, wait, what's going on here? Then we got to the preseason, and Joel Embiid wasn't playing in the preseason. And we said, hold up, wait, what's going on here? Then we got to the first game of the season, and they said Joel Embiid has been ruled out against the Milwaukee Bucks due to ramping up back to action. Huh? If you think about, you know what's crazy, man? I got a video lined up for this week. Make sure you turn on notifications. Make sure you come over to YouTube if you're not here already and turn on noties. Because I am going to put out a video this week, and I think I'm going to title it The Sixers 2024 Eulogy. And I think I'm going to recap every dumb thing that has happened this season just so I can have all the information consolidated and combined and organized. Because honestly, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch my own video and I'm going to laugh my ass off thinking about how stupid this season was. I'm laughing in my own head right now, thinking about the fact that the Sixers said Joel Embiid was going to ramp up to start the season. Do you know how stupid that sounds? They came into the season and said, Joel Embiid is ramping up to start the season. And he was out for 9 games. How stupid can you be? And I didn't believe it. I was pissed off. But we were all like, all right. We're a championship contender once we get the big 3 on the floor. And then 17 games into the season, you're 3-14. And then I start putting out these tweets and I'm like, yo, this is getting disastrous. People are like, we're good. We're good. We went on like a 6 out of 8 game win streak. Oh, we're good. You see, you guys were hating. We're good. Wait till April. Wait till the playoffs. Playoffs? Bro, we are eliminated with 9 games to go. Now we're in full tank mode. Ladies and gentlemen, this season has been absolutely ridiculous, man. I've never seen a season like this from an organization in professional sports. But then again, you look at the Dallas Mavericks this year, they've been even worse. Pelicans have been awful. Oh my gosh, man. I don't know. It's not even just the injuries. It's just the stupidity, bro, and the lying. The lying. This team was supposed to be a championship contender. And you got a game on March 30th where it didn't even look like anybody was in the stands. The people that were in the stands looked like generated AI bots. Didn't even look like they were there. I mean, you're playing against a guy named Jamison Battle. You got a guy named Philip Wheeler on your team, and it looks like there's bots in the stands. Anyway, man, I don't know what I'm rambling about anymore. This team is just so funny. This team is funny. This team is funny, bro. And now they have to get the top 6 pick. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to say this once. I said it earlier in the stream. If the 76ers lose their pick to OKC, let's say OKC wins the finals and the Sixers lose their pick to OKC, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to literally lose my mind on May 12th. You will see that on the tombstone. May 12th, 2025. Cause of death, NBA draft lottery. If the Sixers keep the pick, I'm cool with the Thunder winning the finals. Go win the final. Give us the pick. You can win the finals. I don't care. But if I have to see a team in the Oklahoma City Thunder who has done exactly what the Sixers have done to a worse degree, and get rewarded with an NBA Finals, and get rewarded with an NBA championship, and take the Sixers draft pick all at the same time, I will literally lose my mind. That's all I have to say. That's all I have to say. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to call into the show, call in on the Discord, all right? Call in on the Discord. Should the Sixers draft a guard? Should they draft a center? Will they get their draft pick? Are they going to finish the season with the 5th best odds? Are they going to finish the season at number 4? What do you think? What do you think? I'm going to sim the lottery as well here and see if we get it. We won before the game, so we'll see if we can win it again. We'll see if we can win it again. I'm going to go to the phones. We got my guy Cool J on the Discord. We'll take his call. He's been on here waiting. I know he wants to get on. We'll go rapid fire to my guy Cool J. Cool J on the Discord.
Yo, RB.
What's up, man?
To answer your first question, which is, should they draft a center? I would definitely say yes. And, I mean, try and get the best center possible. I mean, there are a lot of good centers out there in the draft. But, try and figure out, which one, find the best one. And at least try and, if you have that, then you pretty much are also good. Because because looking at the odds right now, they are gonna. I'm seeing they're definitely gonna surpass the Pelicans, and we'll try and see to get number 4. And I mean, there's a very, very high possibility because like everything's starting to align very smoothly.
Tank is on, man. I really hope they can. I think it's still an outside shot, but if they could, that would be even better. Then I would feel like, all right, they're definitely at least getting the draft pick.
I mean, that's already a given. Like, look, they're not going to win the next 8 games. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
like they're going, and like they keep losing. They're definitely going to. That's why I'm saying, like, it's easy to say that they're going to have a very, very good chance of keeping their pick. And I know you have the Nets to deal with, but we're now out a game ahead of them. And now the Raptors are also non-existent now, since they're now 3 games now behind us. So they're definitely going to have so far having really good odds right now. They just have to keep it up.
Yeah, you got to at least get the 5th pick, or the 5th best odds. But if you can get number 4, that'd be amazing. Definitely don't want to fall down to number 6. That would be awful.
I mean, so like you said, like, if we get the 1st round pick, try and get Cooper Flag or Ace Bailey. But if push comes to shove and you have 4th or 5th best overall pick, then just go for a center, because you literally have 2 best options right now. Either go for a forward or go for a guard or go for a center.
And what's crazy, man? You know what I just thought about? Like, if they do get a center in the 1st round, like, that's also very telling to the organization and the fans. That's essentially telling us, hey, we kind of screwed up with the Embiid contract. Like, he's kind of cooked and he's not going to be ready for this year. Like, you don't take a center in the top 6 of the draft if your superstar center is going to be ready to play the season.
That's a really good take, because I did not think about that. Like, that's probably really good. That'd be like an impactful move.
Yeah.
If they do draft the center for the number 1 pick, because that would just make a huge message saying, like you said, we screwed up this year with all our decisions, but I think we're drafting a center and we're going younger, and I think we're definitely gonna make up for this season by going for a younger group.
Yeah, man. It's going to be interesting, man. Cool J, appreciate you calling in, man.
Absolutely, RB. Thanks for having me in.
Thank you, man. Shout out to Cool J on the Discord. Another thing, too, is like, if you draft a center, does Joel Embiid come out and be like, yo, I'm going to request a trade? I mean, he's never requested a trade. He's always wanted to be here in Philly. But, hey, what if the Sixers are like, yo, and by the way, there's still a rule out there. It's like, yo, if Joel Embiid doesn't play for a calendar year since his last appearance, then the Sixers can try to, convince him to do a medical retirement. And then it like goes through a whole bunch of legality stuff. But who knows when Joel Embiid's going to come back? They won't tell us. They won't give us an update. So, yeah, man. But yeah. So I kind of just realized that as I was talking to Cool J on the Discord. If the Sixers take a center in the top 10, you can say goodbye to Joel Embiid, because at that point, I mean, he's not coming back. And it's for sure at that point. Definitely for sure at that point. Definitely for sure at that point. I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. We do have somebody on the phone lines. Hopefully they can hear us. We're going to go over to the phone lines and see. We're going to try to get somebody here in the caller line. You can call into the show, man. The number's at the bottom of the screen. Numbers at the bottom of the screen. Let's see who we got on the phone lines. Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Hi. How you doing, RB?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
All right. I'm going to go outside. You're a little bit fuzzy. Can you hear me all right?
I got you. Can you hear me clear?
This is Karen. This is Karen Imhoff-Stolk. I go by Karen.
Karen, what's up? How are you?
Hey, I just wanted to tell you that I called in before. This is my 2nd time calling in.
Yes.
And I just want to tell you that you were exactly right.
Oh, thank you. Karen, I do remember you. Right. I appreciate you being here and calling in. How are you feeling about the team right now?
You what?
How are you feeling right now about the Sixers and their draft and all that?
It's really disappointing just because been a fan my whole life. So it's just, I feel bad for the team, but it's kind of cool seeing the vets root on the G Leaguers and the rookies the way they are. I think that's pretty cool. Kind of builds camaraderie.
So, Karen, where do you think they should draft? Should they go, should they try to get a guard? And if they can't, should they try to draft a center?
I'm going Cooper Flagg. If there's any way that the planets and the stars will align, Cooper Flagg would be incredible.
And what if they can't get him? Like, what if they get the 5th overall pick? Should they draft a center?
I think so. I've been watching Coop for, I don't know, about 3 years, and he reminds me of one of my sons that almost made it but didn't. My tallest, my 6'10" son. So same height as my dad, and he had an injury when he was born, and it did some weird thing so that he ended up being told that he couldn't continue playing. But he led the state in blocks his freshman year in college. Wow. So the dude was a rebounding and blocking machine, but he had nice footwork and nice moves around the basket. I love the mid-range game and the soft jumpers and things like that. So yeah, he had that down. So it was kind of disappointing, but I always root for the kids that really try hard. And that one guy, you said that he hurt his ankle and he also caught himself with his hand, and then he said goodbye to all the different players on the bench, and then he came back. I like that guy.
That guy was awesome. What a story that was. That was amazing.
He would fit the team, man. He would totally. Could you picture him out on the court with Cooper Flagg and Jared McCain and Ricky Council? And that would be amazing.
That guy was awesome. I would root for him any day on the Sixers, 100%. Like, that just showed me everything I needed to know about that guy today.
The only consolation is that we're all squinting and we're all hoping that things go the Sixers' way and that we are able to draft a couple of guys that we really want and that we can draft really early in the draft. So hopefully, hopefully it can be a good thing for the team.
Well, that's all we can root for at this point, Karen. But I appreciate you calling in, and I appreciate your insight.
Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. Keep it up. I'm always listening.
Thank you, Karen. And also shout out to Karen for becoming a channel member. Shout out to the callers, man. We got another one on the line. Hold on. Let's see who else we got on here. Let's go down to the 814. We got a caller. Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on, bro? It's Philly Dev.
Philly Dev, what's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling great, man. We tanking, man. We going putting the chips all in for Flag, man. I'm loving it, bro.
Yo, are we getting them? Be real. Let's go.
But yeah, if we can't get Flag, I want to get the center from Duke. I feel like he will be a great piece, man.
Malawach.
That
guy's a beast, man. He's a beast.
He's a beast, bro. Yes.
So Philly Dev, here's the impression I get, and this is kind of the convo we were just having on the live stream. If the Sixers, let's say they get the 5th pick, right? And the guards you want are off the board, no Cooper Flagg. Let's say Ace Bailey gets drafted. Do they go with another guard or do they take a center? They got to go big, right?
Yeah, we got to get a center, bro. We have to get a center. I feel like if we get a center because we're already loaded with guards. We got like 6 guards already. We really don't need another guard. Not saying that Ace Bailey wouldn't be nice, but he's more of a forward that can play guard. So, but I just feel like Embiid is not going to be ready. And just to give him a little more grace, man, draft the center. And he shouldn't feel no way about it. He really shouldn't.
I agree with that. I think it's going to really, like, by the way they draft, I think they're going to make their intentions clear, Like, I think we're going to see what the next iteration of the team is. But I agree with you. I would not draft another guard. I don't think they need it.
For real. If Embiid really wants to end his career in Philadelphia, which, think about it, no other team in the NBA would have gave him that contract. Nobody. So, for that, you should be happy that the Sixers get a chance to draft a center top 6 in the draft and give you a little more grace to get yourself together. And if that was the case, I feel like nobody would be coming down on Embiid as much. So it would give him a lot more grace. It would give him time to get right. And we would like that kid Malawat is really good.
Yeah.
Like he's like ready now.
I agree.
Like I see the other kid, Derek Queen. He's good too. He's more of a scorer, but like if he's not getting the ball as much, will he be as active on the defensive end?
I agree.
That's my question with Derek Queen.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, I'm all for getting the guy that's going to fit the team the best, and I agree with you 100%. Like, usually they say draft for best available, but you have too many guards on this team, and if you draft another one, you're probably going to get to a point in 2 to 3 years where it's like, all right, who do I pay? You know, I can't afford to pay all these guards, and the roster doesn't have enough bigs. Like, the Sixers need more size. They need it. They don't even have a
tired of
four.
being out rebound every night.
Right.
Out rebound, getting dunked on in the paint, screamed on. We need a center, and if we can draft Malawak, man, that would really have us. I feel like we would at least be in the playoffs next year.
Oh, I like it, man. I like it. Yo, before I get you out of here, let me ask your thoughts on this. What do they do with Paul George?
You paid him. You paid him. I don't see nobody else trying to pick that contract up. So you paid him. I would just stick with him, man. I would just stick with him because Justin Edwards is really coming along, and I feel like somebody like PG, as far as the skill set, he can help him with his skill set more. Like if I was the young guys, I wouldn't pay attention to these older guys' habits. They've been in the league so long, their habits are pretty bad. But the skill set is you know, you can still learn from that. So I would just keep him.
All right. Fair take, man. Philly Dev, appreciate you calling in, man.
Yeah, no doubt. I watch you all the time, RB.
Thanks, man.
Keep doing your thing, man.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Philly Dev on the phone lines. Shout out to Philly Dev. Great call, man. Great call. Great call. But yeah, Sixers got to go get a big man. If they get like the 6th overall pick, they might trade out of it, but I don't know. Some people have proposed the idea, do you trade out of the pick to get off the Paul George contract? I don't know if you trade a top 6 pick to get off a contract. I don't think. But we'll see. All right, we got another caller on the phone lines. Let's go. Another caller on the phone lines, 856. Yo, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello? Yo. 856.
Yep.
Yo, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
URB.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good.
What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
Good.
What's your name? Where are you calling in from?
New Jersey.
All right, how do you feel, man? Give me some takes.
I feel like we need to bring back Oubre, Grimes, and Yabusele. We need them back.
And then what do we do in the draft?
I think Cooper Flag, we got to get him. We get that 1st round pick.
All right. And then what do we do with Paul George? Do we trade him?
If we get good value for him, yeah. But if we don't get good value, I think we will keep him. You know,
We're not getting any value, bro. We got to trade. We probably got to trade picks to get off Paul George at this point. That's how bad he looked.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate the call in, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to the caller, man. Shout out to the caller. Let's see what the chat's saying. Run it back with Paul George. You guys want to run it back with PG? We haven't seen this team healthy with McCain, Embiid, PG, and Maxey. Let's see 25 games healthy. Well, what if they don't get healthy? What if they don't get healthy, man? Oh, Philly Dell, my bad. I thought you said Philly Dev. That was Philly Dell on the phone lines. My fault, bro. But yeah. Seems like the phone lines are kind of working pretty good, though, so that's a good thing. But anyway, man, that's where we're at. Sixers are on tankathon mode. 7 games to go. The upcoming week, it's going to be the Sixers taking on the Knicks. Then they're going to be taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. And then they are going to take on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I don't know about you guys. That feels like an 0-3 week to me. That feels like an 0-3 type of week to me. Dom says, I don't know what that was, but yes, sir. Yo, that's the thing, man. Like, look, I appreciate the callers, but like, I'm not interviewing you. You know what I mean? You got to call in and give me something. You got to call in and give me that heat. Give me that fire. I need you to call in and be like, yo, RB, I'm going to figure out everything that is going to happen from now to the end of the draft. And then I'm going to run for the next GM of the Sixers. I need y'all to give me something. You know what I mean? You want my phone number? We could chat privately, bro. We could have a meet and greet. No, I'm just kidding, man. Let's see. Why trade PG? He was hurt all season. Yeah, that is why. That is why, because he can't stay healthy. That is why, man. He's got 3 more years on the deal, $53 million a year. But hey, man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting for sure. Anyway, man, I do appreciate all the callers. It was nice having people give their opinions and takes. But yeah, man, we'll be back for another live stream on Tuesday night as the Sixers get plowed by the New York Knicks. Hopefully. We'll be dropping a couple videos this week. Be sure to stay locked in on the content. Follow me everywhere. Check out my Eagles coverage and check me out on Bleacher Report as well. Most importantly, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's where we break things down, man. Philly Take with RB on Instagram, RB Philly Take on Twitter. That's all we got for this one, man. Sixers Game Day Live Show presented by National University. Postgame Live. Sixers lose again, 8 in a row. Trying to lose out. They might be able to catch the Pelicans, though. If they can catch the Pelicans, then they're definitely keeping this pick for sure. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Members, mods, you guys are the best. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace.